enter here.
Boom.
Hold on. No, I
Alright.
want.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
Yeah, I want to do it. Hello, everybody.
Hello. I like that you delayed that. You're like, there's a lull in the music.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, and
I think,
you know.
or we could have just stopped there and it would have been super smooth.
Yeah, you know what I
wanna
tried to
start?
do? Do you see this nice little nubbin at the front?
Oh my god,
I
you
tried
press
to.
them. I can press that next time if you want.
Yeah. So welcome to
Ooh, how well.
today we are going to be doing No Man's Sky.
It did load. And we worked out, well, we didn't work out why
Yeah.
the sound wasn't working last
Yeah.
week, but we did work out that it's a Bluetooth issue.
Did the music discontinue?
No, this is No Man's Sky, isn't
Is
it?
it? Yeah, yeah. So please let us know if the audio is being weird. I'm gonna double check it.
I mean, I can tab it to,
Oh yeah, no, it is. No, it's okay.
and we'll just quit that window.
Oh yeah, we'll.
know.
You're so smart.
No, I know.
Yeah, no, it's No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, No Man's Sky doesn't play nice with Bluetooth
Yes.
headphones.
So I can't hear it, but
No.
y'all should be able to hear it.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make,
Yeah.
just so I can wear my Bluetooth kitty headphones.
Yeah, just around your neck.
Just
so you
around
can just
my
feel
neck.
like
Yeah.
a streamer.
Yep.
Uh,
Keeps my neck warm.
yeah, I also have no sound, so I'm sitting here with my headphones around my neck in solidarity.
Aww.
We just have to like keep each other. Oh,
Whoop.
sorry, I just moved the mouse. I was like, oh god,
No, you can't have it. It's mine.
no. So, last time you found out that the vendor wasn't.
Last time I spent half an hour. I think I did mention this on my Sims stream as well. I think it was about half an hour at the end of the stream looking for the vendor that I swore I'd sold stuff to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the vendor wasn't here. The vendor was in the previous place I visited, and I was just that tired and stupid.
Yeah.
So
And you were like, I'm not tired.
I was very tired. Okay, so time to be thrilling. I will
Turn off
turn
the
off
music.
my phone. There we go. Mysterious benefactor's leaving.
I know. I know.
Well,
So
that
yeah.
was a fun beginning of the stream where I was talking about to my phone. Oh yeah, I modded my suit, so now I look weirdly alien, and I love it.
Yeah, honestly, it's really cool.
The-
I like the gloves still.
Yeah. On the other hand, the problem is like the gloves still look like they've got 5 fingers in them, but the 2 middle fingers are like, 4 fingers and a thumb, but the 2 middle fingers are just like attached.
Yeah, it's a bit
So,
peculiar. Like,
yeah.
like considering that like you modified the head a lot, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that it looks like old Sonic the Comic art where the middle fingers were just like smooshed together in the art. It was a style. But you know, we'll
Archie
just...
Comics, everyone.
Pardon me?
Wasn't that Archie Comics as well?
I don't know. I never read Archie Comics.
Oh.
Not never. I had the English version of Sonic the Comic,
Oh yeah.
which was nothing to do. In fact, it had completely different plot lines and cast
Oh.
members. Like Sally the Squirrel was not somebody that I was aware of.
Mm.
She was purely an Archie Comics thing.
I see.
So I was really confused when we got in the supermarkets. When I was a kid, I was a really big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mhm.
Just, you know,
Uh-huh.
disclosing my tragic backstory.
Tragic backstory.
You know. But yeah, I was a really big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. So when in Tesco's, I saw that they had like those little animal crackers, but they were Sonic the Hedgehog themed.
Dude, that's really cool. Man.
Yeah, they were great, but they had on the back of them like characters, and one of them was like Sally Squirrel,
Oh!
like Princess Princess
Yeah, she's
Sally
princess,
Acorn
right?
or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck is this?
Dude, that's so
I
weird.
have no memory of this place.
Did she actually ever appear in... I know nothing about it.
In the games, I none of the ones that I played,
Mm.
which is basically like Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3D, which, contrary to popular belief, I enjoyed. Because I guess I'm a monster.
Yeah, I like how you played that is still beyond me. Like, but then again, kids. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
well, I
kids.
enjoyed it. I didn't have any problems with the controls at that point. But then that could also be because in England, of course, everything was slightly slower because of
Oh god, yeah, actually that would
yeah.
make probably a huge difference because that game was sickening to look at. Like,
exactly. Ooh.
Sorry. I said I was wearing my headset in solidarity around my neck, but I can't. It actually cracked. I mean, it hurts me necky.
I pressed. Oh yeah, every time.
Oh!
I press X and I'm like, yeah, okay, unknown signal. Wait, I thought this was the unknown signal. I can't remember what's her face looked like. So that's not. That's not what's her face, is it? Who was at the on the ship?
No, I don't think so.
Or is that maybe that's Artemis? I don't know. Maybe that is Artemis. I'm excited. I don't even know whether I should be excited about this game or not.
The only thing you know about Artemis is that hideous figurine, right? That they kind of sold.
Oh my god, yes, they did. I wonder if that is Artemis then. They looked really. Actually, they looked a little bit like that if I squint.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was last week, and I don't have a very good short-term memory. A lot's happened since last week. You know, I've slept since then.
As good as.
I know.
Nope.
Where? Is there anyone out there? It's outside. Something's wrong with... I mean, I'm not going to ask them to identify themselves because I'm pretty sure they're Artemis. What's wrong? I asked the stranger what is wrong. There is a moment's pause. The only sound I hear is the background hiss of cosmic radiation. You found me. It is Artemis. Hi, Artemis. There's so little light. I thought I'd never hear another soul again. I really did. How did you find my voice? I will say I found a crashed ship. I tell the stranger about the abandoned starship wreck and how I found their communicator ID in the distress beacon. I begin to mention the anomalous space station, but they cut me off. It's outside, but I think I'm safe. Fucking safe? What was that a swear? I don't know. How I think I'm safe is a full why would it break up? Okay. There are 16 of them. They look just like... What do you reckon? Shall I ask where they are or ask about the 16?
Well, that's difficult. I want to know about the 16, but I don't feel like that's currently your priority. Like...
Yeah.
At the same time...
I know, right? This is the first...
That's mean!
This is one of the first choices I've actually had a real trouble with. You know, apart from that one time I reset the game because I kept picking the wrong damn thing, even though basically what I should have done was pick the thing I wanted to pick in the first place, but decided not to. No, you know what? The 16 can get wrecked. Fear and confusion dance within the eyes of the stranger. After a few moments of silence, they turn to me, imploring. You don't know who you are, do you? You... It lied to me. It lied to all of... The sound cuts out, but their face lingers on, silent, before it too fades into nothingness. Oh. This must be Artemis, and they are clearly in need of help. I need to find a way to boost their signal. Maybe I should have asked about the 16.
Yeah, but also you need to kind of find out where the heck they are, so it's like...
Right. Objective updated. Locate a long-distance communicator, I believe was what that said.
That would make sense.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that's just a weird planetary... You know what? I'm going to go look and see what that is. Phew. So, that was me yapping about stuff. What is that? What are you doing today?
I'm drawing behemoth.
Behemoth!
That's just, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna draw what I feel like, and I fancy drawing behemoth, so here we are. I've been working a lot on commissions and packing orders, so I figured, you know what, today I draw for myself. No painting and stuff.
I'm glad that you're feeling comfortable to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I'd like to do some more personal art again. It's really annoying in a way, like every single time I draw anything these days, I'm like, oh, is this like for merchandise?
Yeah,
like,
I know, it's just sorry.
No. For all my complaining, like people like being like, oh, are you gonna turn this into a pin? Like my brain is now like, should I turn this
Can I turn this out? Yeah.
Can I sell this somehow? But no, not today.
I feel you. Like the number of times I have an idea and I'm like, or I could make it into a plushie.
Yeah.
Like I don't have time. I don't have time to even do my commissions, let alone make more plushies. Stop it.
More plushies.
Yeah, to be fair, more plushies is good.
To be honest, everybody was like, no, the world needs more plushies.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
true.
make life easier.
No, I know.
Like people always like make more pins on IKEA, but no.
The world also needs more pins. Do you mean landing sequence unavailable? Get wrecked. Ooh, I landed smoothly. I'm so glad they don't make you manually.
Like literally, like your one fear, like oh god. Like I mean, that's the thing. I do remember Final Fantasy 15 and Regalia.
Oh my god, the Regalia!
Oh, like
The flying death trap.
Like I don't think I'd actually gone game over in the entire
No.
bloody game until I got the Regalia and I crashed the bloody thing on the
Yeah.
lantern post.
Yeah. It was really
God.
quite funny, actually.
God,
Um,
that was dreadful.
extremely funny, actually. In a really quite tragic way, yeah. You got it. And within about, I think, 30 seconds.
Yeah, legitimately.
Um,
Like the controls on that thing.
it's monstrous. Oh, I'm laughing so hard at remembering.
Also the fact that the only way to get to what's it called, that dungeon.
Yeah,
Pitios.
Pitios Dungeon,
She
yeah.
was flying a Regalia and I think
I think, but the problem is, the Pitios Dungeon was so, finicky,
yeah,
like, difficult when it came to controls. It was good practice.
it was. God, I hated that
Oh,
dungeon.
we were just, I mean, we had fun, though.
Yeah, but we did it at like what 3 a.m.
We
and it
finished
was-
at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Yeah,
Because
I was
we were
like-
like, oh, we'll just like play around with it, and then we just needed to finish it.
Yeah.
I still like the fan theory of the dungeon.
Yeah, it's a lot better than the actual theory.
Like the fan theory was so great. Like,
Mhm.
what was it that it represented?
Like Ifrit's like
Yeah, freak gen and like the bringing of the Star Scourge and stuff into the world,
yeah.
and like it was so clever.
Mhm.
And then they were like, or it's just what even was the official? I think I've yeeted it from my
Yeah,
brain.
same. I just
was
like I don't
no,
like this.
No.
Like legitimately near the end, like the more they revealed, the worse it got. Like also with Arden's story, it's like, well, this is not very fun.
Yeah, well, it just felt like hang on, I was distracted by the pickle. It felt like they had great plans for it, and they really wanted to make it super deep,
Mhm.
and then they just kind of got bored
Yeah.
and went,
Yeah.
or it's just like this, and it's stuff.
Yeah. No.
Like, I don't know. They dropped so many hints.
Yeah.
But their actual plot that they actually said was actually what the plot was just felt like it ignored a lot of the
Yeah.
framework
Yeah.
that they laid out.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And obviously I know we've said before on this stream that, like, I get it. If somebody writes their character's doing something, you don't get to turn around and go, yeah, but that's really out of character for them. But at the same time, sometimes it feels really out of character.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. It's like, were you just tired? Were you bored?
Yeah. Like.
And given that they cancelled a load of
Yeah.
planned DLC, it does just feel like they wrapped stuff up in the quickest, easiest way possible,
Yeah.
and just ignored
Mm.
plot that I don't know.
I don't hate Final Fantasy 15, by the way. I actually had a really good time.
Yeah, I mean,
Before anybody thinks that I'm just one of those haters, no, I very much am not.
Mm,
I just really hate what they did with it.
yeah,
I know the base game was hella unfinished,
yeah.
and I get that like stuff needed to be added,
Mhm.
but I just don't
Oh,
like
no.
some things. Some choices I just question them about still.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't like Prompto's DLC, and a lot of people like it. I did not.
I mean, Prompto was my favourite.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did feel like it kind of, I don't know, I felt unsatisfied with it.
Yeah, it again, it was very much a this only raises more questions than it answers anything DLC, and yeah. Anyway,
that. Ugh, it's so expensive.
maybe you should sell your pickles.
No!
Maybe that will fix it.
No! My pickles don't even give me that much money. Look, see? I could sell all 37 for 1,053 units. That's nothing.
I'm not gonna argue with any of this.
No, you're not. Ooh, how many solar mirrors? How many solar mirrors do I need? I hate that I can't look up recipes while I'm in a menu. Every single time. It's been a week. I can't remember how to... That's my starship. I can't craft from that. I can't craft from there either. We're gonna need... Can I at least access the Z? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. Frickin' navigate down. Okay, base computer. Save. Can I? Oh, of course, I can't. I can't see.
Oh, what do you need to check?
Actually, no. Hang on. I'm trying to remember where my recipes are.
Aha.
So I can work out how many solar panel thingies I need. But because I literally only play this game for like 2-3 hours on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Every single time there's a certain amount of now how I do this. How do I mine these fishies? Constructed technology?
We'll pretend that's the reason. Okay, I know that was a joke.
You're very rude.
It's my job. You're the good cop, I'm the bad cop.
I don't want to be a cop.
You're the bad,
I don't want to be a cop.
No, I actually don't want to be a cop either, but you know,
No, nobody wants to be a cop. Yeah, okay, so this will tell me how many things I need for it. Assuming that it tells me... I have learnt. A sphere creator.
Is that to create like the magic balls that you can?
Well, I was gonna say.
So if it
a
does,
highly specific fabrication device developed with the intention of finding the universe's most perfect sphere. I did find that already.
Yeah,
the
you
universe
set it free.
I set it free. It's roaming the universe. We'll create a large sphere ready for whatever experiments are deemed necessary.
Pretty sure you came across one of those. Somebody else must have left them there.
Yeah, exactly that. Man, I love that. Solar panel. How many? No, wait. Solar panels. Now I'm confused.
Please don't crash Clip Studio Code.
I thought you were talking to me for a split second there. I was like, please don't crash. No, too late. Battery. No. Okay, so that's fine. That solar panel. Do I not need freaking? It was a solar array that he's selling, isn't it? That was me thinking I needed. No, it's gold that I need for that. Bum. Okay, tell me what you have.
You think that solar panels are more of like a commonly universal...
Yeah, you'd think. Yeah, solar mirror. I was thinking that I needed solar mirrors to make solar panels. Silly me. I need gold. And this guy doesn't have... This person, this person here doesn't have any gold. That's fine. I don't need anything from you. I probably do. I'm probably going to really regret walking away from him. It's going well so far, huh? Don't you think?
No comment.
Yeah, quite. Local information repository. Reposit your information into my brain. Welcome, interloper, to this information repository. I have literally no memory of the conversation we were having before I started yapping on about gold. And solar panels.
Actually, we were just talking about Final Fantasy 15.
We
and
were!
The fact it was kind of a
God.
train wreck near the end.
Was it? Oh, wait.
In terms of lore. Apparently the
15
novel...
was.
The novel's also terrible, and most fans was like, it doesn't exist. So I'm
I-
like, well, that's good, because it's the only thing we got because they cancelled all the DLC.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I just feel like they really just lost interest for the project.
like
Yeah, like, well, it was going really well, and it seems to be really popular. Do we need to focus more attention on it? Nah. People still like it, whatever.
yeah.
But no, I literally thought you were saying that our conversation was a bit of a train wreck towards the end. I was like, really? Was it going that badly? Oh boy, I'm stupid today. It's impressive. I am impressed by how actually dumb I am. Okay. Cool. Got me planetary chart. Did I need that? Can I? Excuse me? Yes, that's always true. Hello. Oh no, you do quests and shit. I don't talk to you. Ooh, dirt! Produced locally.
Good. You don't want imported dirt.
Funny.
Also, I hope our internet is behaving because, oh my god, it's been having some fits lately.
Oh, yes.
Like yesterday, you were on a video call with your mum.
Yes, I was.
Like, the internet was so bad, I couldn't even load, like, it was like being back on dial-up.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. Like, the video chat was just, it was like little pictures in a sequence.
Yeah, like...
At one point, my mum, like, got up to do something, and she came back, and it took, like, about 45 seconds to 50 seconds for her to actually appear back in the... It was amazing.
Working as intended.
Yeah.
Still want to know if the baby Behemoth... Like, I'm still not convinced they're actually Behemoth
Oh?
in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, you think it's like a subspecies?
Well, I mean, people are comparing them to little piggies, but yeah, I draw these like with little feet
This
because
guy's
in the game.
Yeah, sorry.
Wow, he is, isn't
Isn't he though? Little feet, yeah?
Like the fact he's pink though.
Yes. Well, I mean, I say he. Sorry. They. I mean, they may be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Right? They seem happy. Okay.
But yeah, no, Final Fantasy XIV baby Behemoth. I'm like,
It does have little.
it doesn't. It has little stumpies.
Little-
It's not actually known if they're
Are they-
hoofs or not
Oh,
because
really? You can't.
yeah, you can't really tell.
Ooh. Maybe they grow toes when they get older.
Yeah, exactly. Because a 14 is never very good at like their minions being proper representations of like the larger things. So anything could be the case. Anyway, sorry. What's this fantastic alien saying?
Death mostly. They seem fine. This one, I think, is insulting me. Possibly. But yeah,
well,
whatever. It's
at
fine.
least you know a lot of the words.
Yes. Give me dialect help. Nobody's ever been annoyed by dialect help, right? Oh, that's, see, they're proud to be teaching the language. Give me a Viking symbol, please. Oh, the Viking word for bless. I think he was, in fact, insulting me. It's like, oh, bless. Now leave.
Apparently my iPad is in a very yeet your canvas away, like when you do the smallest swipe of your hand, so that's good. Oh, no, it's not registering
that
my
kind of a
pen.
mood.
Oh,
Oh, that's fun. Woohoo! Decrypt archive, please. Parenting and raising Viking cubs to adulthood. Much of it focuses on hostility and threat. Okay, so I'm getting the impression that the Viking are kind of a militant race. Kind of the,
yeah.
what are they called?
Yeah, the thingies from Doctor Who, is that what you're thinking about?
No! Actually, I was thinking of the Turians?
Oh, yeah.
Grunt species?
Grunt is not a Turian.
No, okay, then grunt species. Hence my question. Those guys.
I was also like, he's not a Turin. Turin is Garrett.
Okay, yeah. Well,
The
it's
hell
been
are they
a while.
called? The Krogan! There
That's
we go.
one. Krogan.
Sorry, I couldn't think of it. I was like, wasn't supposed to be like...
Oh, they are, aren't they? Yeah, you see, I get them mixed up. I don't...
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't, because it's really bad of me. I've only played 2, if that helps.
Oh yeah, you haven't played
Yeah.
any of the others, have you?
No, 2.
God.
Okay. I've watched you play everything, but
Yeah.
I'm bad at names.
Me too, so together,
Yeah, well...
we can like get everything wrong. It's great. In real life, I'm also bad at names, sorry.
Well, yeah, that's true, me too.
It's nothing personal. I'll probably remember your screen name,
Yeah.
but don't expect me to remember your real name.
I'll probably remember something you randomly, like, tweeted about 3 years previous,
Yeah.
but I won't be able to remember your actual name.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. It's great. But again, you know, you can tell how great my memory is given how well I do when I pick up a video game for 3 hours once a Tuesday.
Still fair, I feel.
On the raising of cubs. The young cub will be born in fear, as all were, are, and shall be so. I'm also good at reading today. Bonded with their family alone, contact with any other entity will invoke mortal dread. Yeah, I mean, same. The fear of open spaces, of touch, of contact is overcome through 2 means. The brotherhood of the entire species in the light of Herc. We are all family. This must be taught. We were once prey. Now we are predators. All other life in this universe shall fear us just as we feared them. Fear will be our strength. That ancient cry, Gra! Our rallying call, our reminder. The interloper who dares to approach our being, they will be hunted, they will be harried. We shall not be afraid, we shall not be abandoned. Cool. As I said, the Viking very much.
Yeah.
An angry race.
Well, I guess, like, if you intimidate them, they will not think you to be prey, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a bit like birds that make themselves look bigger.
Yeah, it makes so much sense.
Like the owl. I love that bloody owl.
Oh, what, the one...
Yeah, the one that they
Yeah.
dubbed like the Transformer owl.
Yeah,
I think it's the African pygmy owl, something like that. He's awesome. I love that.
I
Yeah.
love that thing.
I also am very fond of that owl. The one
'Cause-
that's like small, and then he is large.
Yeah, exactly. And he can also make himself like really thin and pointy looking, like depending on what he wants to do. If he wants
the
to
one who kind of-
intimidate or look like a bird of prey. If he wants to look like a bird of prey,
Yeah. Or alternatively, the one who can also make himself look like a tree.
yes.
That's the same one, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what I meant. He
Yeah.
can make himself look like a stick, or like several
Yeah.
different types of
Yeah,
angrier
yeah,
a bird.
yeah. I love birds.
Honestly, yeah. Birds are great. You're very much about. Excuse me, I would like to move.
So nice that it automatically lands, she said.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if I hadn't automatically landed there, I might have actually just smashed into the building.
Yeah, fair.
Because it wasn't really turning. There we go. That's the opposite direction to the one I wanted to turn in. Okay, so I'm guessing that's off planet. Okay, cool. I am good at flying. Oh yes, oven chip.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was the name.
Yeah.
Behemoths hereby have paw pads. They make the rules.
Yeah, that's fair. You're drawing it for yourself. Your behemoths should have your rules.
Yeah.
Let me see. Technically, if I don't go so high, I should be able to find interesting things on the ground. If there are. But it will also take me a lot longer to get there.
So what are you doing currently? Sorry, I just
I'm
missed
going
that
back
one
to my
thing.
base on this planet.
Okay.
But I'm debating whether or not I'm going to go fast, slow and low.
That's going to be the questions.
Right? See, this is why. Ooh, okay. I forgot that I had to learn. I feel like I just landed sideways. Did I do that? Yeah, kind of. That's not really the kind of landing that I like to normally make. This is fine. Oh, that's pretty.
At least you're not on top of a volcano.
I am not. No. Thanks for noticing. Where was it? It was right here, right? Over this hill? I kind of emergency landed next to it because I spotted it. Yeah! Is this going to be another whispering egg situation?
Remind me, what whispering eggs again?
Hey, you remember those biological horrors?
Oh!
Yeah.
Those things.
Mm-hmm. And yes, can confirm it's a whispering egg situation. Okay. Is there a save point here? Please say yes. Oh, thank you.
Wait, isn't your ship a save point?
Yeah, but you know I like extras. I like to just make sure. Hello, friend. Have I? Yeah, I've already learned you. You have a stupid head. I like you. Okay, projectile animation and animation. Oh, I am so dumb today. Projectile animation. It's where you yeet cartoons at people. Like DVD boxes. Nail jab.
So what did you actually mean to say?
Projectile ammunition.
Oh, ammunition!
Ammunitions. Yes. They're disgusting. I don't. You know, love thy neighbour and all that, but that's just nasty. Yep. I eat the whispering eggs. I don't know why, but I've made them my brand. Biological horror? Hi, yes, hello, that's me. Present. I don't know, it was the first truly extraordinarily horrifying thing I found in this game, and honestly it's coloured my experiences ever since.
Yeah. Oh yeah, today we have talked about you playing Subnautica as well.
Yes, we have.
Doing it on
we
stream
have talked about
because we've been kind of wondering about like No Man's Sky streams and the continuation of them.
Yeah, like I know I've talked about this on the Sims stream last week as well. But it's dumb. Like I don't want to be that dick that's all like, oh well, it's not performing very well, so I'm going to stop doing it. But honestly, it's not. It's these streams, the No Man's Sky streams, are our least viewed streams.
Yeah.
Like in total.
Mm-hmm.
They get the lowest numbers. So I'm like, haunted terminal.
Maybe that's why.
I want to cry. Returning user identified. Terminal now active. Unlocking data log continuation for analysis. The oceans here are blood.
Oh, nice.
Nothing. We're off to a good start. Nothing lives in them. They are alive themselves. Great protean life forms as large as continents. Or perhaps there is only one of them. What does such a thing consume? I ask myself. The answer seems to be everything. I found evidence of past life here, but no signs of it. Does the native flora and fauna hibernate when it comes to eat them, then return and repopulate once it retreats? I can feel it moving inside my brain, whispering. It wants me to discard my suit and swim.
Okay, that's nasty.
Honestly, I'm living for this shit though. This is amazing.
Like, nobody ever told me that No Man's Sky has like these horror shit in there.
No,
it's like,
same,
oh, it's just
right?
like you could go around planets.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, you just explore and shit. But no, you explore and then there's like actually quite a large amount of nasty alien horror.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Alpha Centauri though. That kind of but that with the red one you wouldn't have known, I guess. And you never played Alpha Centauri, did you? But you've heard me talk about it.
Yes.
I was such a fan. Like.
Well, I've watched you play it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like with the red. Oh. That's embarrassing. I'm like, yeah, it was like really, really fun game. I loved it, but now I can't remember what it was called. The Red Fungus. Oh my god. think
It's
it
been a
was
while.
fungus. But yeah, basically like the alien life form on the planet
Yeah.
that you move to, that you can kind of... I used to play as the Gaians on the whole.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they basically naturally had an affinity with the red... I keep wanting to call it red weed, but that's, you know, like War of the Worlds primarily. But yeah, it was a fungus, I think. But anyway, yeah, you could, the mind worms and stuff.
Oh,
The native planetary life. You,
that's really cool, actually.
you basically, you could have, you had an affinity with it, and you could bond with it. And you could use that to essentially, enhance your survival.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, take over the world. I mean, you know.
So you're kind of like crazy parasite.
Well, yeah, basically, it was a parasitic... I mean, this may be a spoiler, but to be fair, this game is over 20 years old.
Yeah, at
so
this point, it's
at
like,
this
eh.
point, if you want to play it, you know, just don't... Oh no, there's not enough fuel on the launch thruster.
Again?
Yeah, you know why? It's because I accidentally kept taking off and landing when I meant to just go. Right. Starship launch fuel or uranium. Do I have any uranium? I bet I don't.
I vaguely recall you saying that you saw the load and that I was going to bite you in the ass later.
Are you sure that wasn't just ferrite dust?
I mean, ferrite dust I just don't talk about anymore. I mean, that's just a given at this point.
Cargo? Silicate powder? Salvage data? No. Would you like some radon? No? Okay. Starship launch fuel. I'll make some. Oh my. That's the question. Let's see. Let's see what I need. Cool. Is that off planet? I bet you that's off planet. Oh, it's not off planet. Oh my god. It's near my base, actually. Oh, if that's that one that I found already, I will be cross. Launch fuel. Give me that sweet, sweet fueling thing. You don't listen to me. Starship launch fuel. Dihydrogen and metal plating. Okay. Ferrite dust. Let's start with the basics, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Should have stocked up on uranium that last planet I was at.
Yeah, that one was like loads, didn't it? Like the radioactive
one,
yeah.
yes.
I'm trying to draw this the wrong way around. Sorry.
I should probably stop completely using up these blocks. Just changing the landscape forever.
Should you though? Should you really? Like, you keep being a like, but you currently can't anyway, because once again we have loaded in the profile, so you can't Or you're not talking about restoring the landscape.
Yeah, restoring the landscape. What of it?
Because of the mouse settings.
Oh, like that? Yes, that is a problem. Why can I not? Let me show. Hello.
Is the PC handling a little bit better today than it was last week?
I can't remember.
It was quite choppy last
It
time.
was very choppy last time. I'm standing still right now. No, it's still a bit choppy. Let's see. Yeah, well, it's not terrible.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah. Don't mind me. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Sodium. No, dihydrogen's what I need. I keep thinking that animal there is another space person.
Completely unrelated to this
Yeah?
stream. May I turn the heating down?
Yes, you may. It's roasting here. It's
I'm gonna turn
21.4
off the
degrees.
heating. Bye.
Yeah, go ahead.
We are not used to warm.
No, we don't. Well, neither of us really thrive in warmth.
No.
Yeah, our house Our house is cold.
You like it.
I like it that way. But not too cold, because then neither of us can actually move our
Like,
fingers.
we're old ladies, our joints go like, no!
Yeah.
And we go like, oh god.
I think you weren't planning on, like, you know, working with those hands.
No, oh my god, like drawing, like when you coffee.
Yeah. This place, this house doesn't have radiators, it has like the central air heating, which is really handy when it comes on like a couple times a day to just heat up the whole house.
Yeah.
But it's not so great when all you want to do is heat one room.
Yeah.
So we have one heater in here, and sometimes it just gets warm. Dude, it's not that interesting. You need to stop.
I figured you had a story related to the...
No.
Sorry then.
Sorry.
It's okay, you didn't talk about the
Oh,
educational
uranium.
system for an hour, so you're fine.
Did you stop?
No, because I
Look,
did that!
I have uranium.
That's really cool though.
I don't remember where. Did I have that? Did I have that the whole time? Don't tell me if I did. Maybe I
What did
just...
you tell her?
Don't tell me. God. Definitely do not tell me.
God, Behemoth has such weird chests. Like, I do that pointy chest and I go like, that looks wrong. I'm like, yeah, but actually, that's kind of how they look.
Is that how they look?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anyway.
Lounge. I launched. I'm a lady who lounges. Yeah, it wasn't very funny. Do you think I need to clarify? I was joking. I don't even know if ladies who lunch is like a thing that people know about.
I don't.
Okay. Well, there's like I'd say there's a phrase. I don't even know exactly what it references, except for the fact that the ladies have lunch. Ladies who lunch. I think it's like people, like women who don't work and don't really have a household to manage. I mean, they do have a household, but it's managed by someone else. You know, so they're ladies who lunch. They're the ones who go out and meet for lunch, that kind of thing.
That makes sense, actually.
I don't know whether it was like a derogatory term or not. I don't think. Although it probably could be. Anyway, ladies who lunch. I was being stupid. I'm going to crash it. Take my hand off.
What is that?
It's an island.
Oh! But it's so circular.
It is a very circular island, isn't it? I'm not going to crash on it just so you can take a closer look. No, not even a little bit. I took my hand off my mouse for like 5 seconds to scratch my nose and I started plummeting towards the ocean. Is that what pilots are like? I mean...
Funnily enough, I think we actually have autopilots that do function, but, you know, in the future, clearly we do not.
Yeah, well... To be fair, I did rescue this ship from like scrap, kind of.
Right.
You remember where I was like crashed?
Oh, yeah. No, I was gonna say, like, did you, like, switch ships at some point?
No. Although at one point I did actually repair a ship. Was that in this playthrough?
No.
Oh. Must have been when I was...
Yeah, when you were messing around in the other one.
Yeah, that would make sense. Anyway, I repaired it, but I didn't end up using it, so I just left it behind. Yeah, that's fun. We like to think of... It's just spare a thought for it. It probably sings happy birthday to itself once a year.
You're trying to make me depressed.
It's my only function in life.
Oh, that took a turn. I was not prepared.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm doing a really great job, right? I am so cross. I think that is literally... I just brought a freaking map to a ruin I'd already discovered.
Oh no, seriously?
I think.
Oh my god, that guy must just be laughing his
Honestly,
fucking arse off.
Well, I mean, I'm going to trust that he sold it to me in good faith.
I'm more surprised that your stupid ass just didn't go like, I know this.
Excuse me, my stupid ass? Your stupid ass. Oh, wait, shit, we need to land.
Like, who looks at something? I mean...
I clearly look at something.
Yeah, that's what...
Hey. Is it fun times? Fun things? Well, a quick scan of the area doesn't show me any eggies, so that makes me happy. Cargo drop.
No birds, yeah, you're safe for now. You know, actually it's kind of interesting, like, you know, whenever we have, like, horror,
Yes.
with aliens and stuff, they're always eggs. It's like we somehow assume that they're not going to be like mammals.
Or alternatively, we just assume that it's more frightening if, you know...
Yeah, and yet people are like, birds are not terrifying.
Birds are fucking terrifying. I don't understand why people think that, like, dinosaurs who were a bit feathery were somehow less frightening.
Yeah.
Like, no. No.
The birds with teeth, mate.
Yeah. Big, fluffy, angry things with their mean eyes and just, yeah.
I'll never get over it. It's just like, imagine, like, you know, a goose the size of a house. No, I'm pretty scared.
I'm so afraid.
like
the concept. Oof. No.
And the fact that, you know, if it had not been for the asteroid, they would have been still ruling the world.
Well, naturally.
It's like, no, it's fine.
It's fine. Check stock transfer. Yeah, we've got to play stonks.
What?
Give me the stonks money.
Why are you playing stonks in space?
Okay.
Who does? Oh, sorry,
Every time I come across somebody's abandoned house, I steal their stonks.
So are you telling me that even in future space we're still like running
We're running a
made up
stonk
economy?
exchange.
Yeah,
Huh?
okay, cool. I don't wanna.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Ooh, I have learned the Viking word for lost. Correct. I kinda am.
Well, at least you're discovering some new stuff.
Yes. For some reason today, I keep seeing at the corner of my eye like people. Not in real life. I keep thinking that things are people shaped.
That's because you're playing without sound, so clearly your brain is going like,
Oh, you're right. My brain is like on. Also, I've had quite a lot of caffeine, and I might be a wee bit jumpy.
I think actually I've had more than you.
No.
Oh, you know, I drank mine quickly, it kind of around
Yeah.
dinner, and you're just being sensible.
No. I've almost finished mine. I think I had more coffee than you. What's this?
Perhaps.
The operations terminal reveals an automated plea for help. A clear pattern emerges within the white noise hissing from the screen. If I can work out what comes next, I could potentially lock down the distressed craft's location.
Oh, that's your. Well, get on it then.
Yeah. Or I could just look it up. I could do this, or I could just look it up.
Just look it up.
But I don't.
You want to do maths? I don't. I mean, I could do this, but I don't want to. I'm like, basic maths? No.
No. Chances are I'll be here for ages.
Maths is not our friend.
Well, I mean, I'm not terrible with patterns, but whenever I'm on stream, I feel this weird pressure to not sit there in silence for, you know, like minutes.
Yeah. I think I figured this one out, but I don't wanna.
Yeah? You gonna tell me in quiet?
Yeah, it's double 177 minus 1.
Ooh, really? Oh my god, that makes so much sense. -1. I hadn't even thought about that. You're right. -1. God, see? You're better at pattern recognition than I am. But I am. I'm gonna do the maths myself. 177 times 2. 354. So 353. Thank you very much for your help. I appreciate that. Teamwork.
I can go in space now.
Yeah, you can. We found the coordinates for a distress signal. Yeah, let's go rescue things.
I was like, why would it be encoded like that? Like, it's a distress signal. It's like, hope you can do your maths.
I mean, is it really even maths though?
I guess no. Actually, who am I kidding? It's not really maths. It's indeed pattern recognition, which I'm good at. I can't do maths.
Some of them I'm okay with. I say normally. God, that sounds so like. Oh yeah, normally I'd be able to do that, no problem. I just for some reason today I couldn't. That's not normally something that I would have not realised. You know me.
Yeah, you play Professor Layton games. Like I look at those games and I run away screaming in terror.
I used to play Myst, for pity's sake.
Yeah, that's just something else.
It's daft that, like, I've degenerated to this point.
Well, that's kind of what it is. Like you must keep your brain active.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to use my
Hey,
brain.
this mountain kind of looks like it's got, like, sunglasses. It's like a face.
It does.
It's really
I really
angry.
like it.
It's
actually.
This is an angry mountain.
It is.
It's
Definitely.
also suspiciously straight.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm gonna go and fly into its eye socket, see how it likes that. Which one? This one or this one? I think I like this one. Can I even get up?
Every single time
Yes, I
that
can.
I do the thing I'm currently doing, it's like, don't ask me about the fact I go over my line out twice. It's the only way I can get a decent line weight.
Yeah, and line like, let's see. You
Goodbye.
have silver, but my inventory is full. Why? Oh yeah, installed.
I just like that the rest of the universe has the same bloody things as the Earth does. It's like, yeah, sure, you want me to believe that? Okay.
Sorry, what does?
I mean,
Oh.
the fact they have the same minerals on one hand, like, yeah.
We're calling it silver.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not actually silver.
Yeah, fair.
I'm just gonna leave it there. This eye socket's really boring. I'm just gonna blast my way out of it, honestly. Oh, hello. Did I just teleport through the ground again?
Hack!
Yes, I did. Such fun.
Isn't that how you found that ruin that one time?
No, I just dug that out.
I see.
What's that? Cargo drop. No.
Ground protection falling.
Oh, right, 6 hours away. No, I probably won't walk there if it's all the same to you. It's time to go back to my ship. Actually. Thanks. Like, note to yourself. Maybe look at the distance before you set off on foot. Google Maps style.
I'm not here to judge.
I am. Judge me, baby. Judge me slower.
Be over here.
Oh no, it's in the opposite direction. Ugh. Ugh. Fine. Where do I go? Back to my base first? Or go find that? I'll find that distress signal. We worked
Yeah, I was
hard
gonna
for that.
say.
Get in, bitches. We're going to Waffle House? Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to fly very slowly over the ground because we're finding fun stuff this way.
Yeah.
Like normally I try and go high and high and fast.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think we're having more fun if we go slow and low. Don't you?
Yeah, honestly, at least you get to see the planet a little bit that way.
Sightseeing.
Primarily crashing into mountains, am I right?
Yeah, exactly that. I feel like a mouse controlled system is probably not. Is this the place I just came? Not just came from, but this is. No, it's not. That was by the sea. Is spring eggs? No. Oh, we're already starting off at a good.
No eggs, yeah.
Yeah, no eggs. That's good. We like to see it.
But yeah, anyway,
Yeah, sorry,
to go
yeah,
back about
yeah.
the eggs, no, it's just, I find it interesting that people are like, no, eggs are scary. I'm like, no, dude, actually.
I guess, though, the thing is, it's a little scarier on the whole. I think. It's scarier, hang on.
I guess also because clutches and stuff, and they just pop out ready to kill.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Because they're fully
Rather
formed.
than,
Yeah.
the other alternative, which is, like, they arrived the normal way.
Yeah, the mammal way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also gets a bit messy, doesn't it? It's a bit gross.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot less stealthy.
Mm. In a way, it always surprises me that mammals managed to do as well as they did. It's like, it doesn't seem like the most practical way.
I mean, yeah, sure, it's not practical, but it is, I mean, it has its benefits.
Yeah, for sure. But I always thought that was kind of interesting, the evolution. Like,
Hmm. I mean, it's worked for me so far. Wow. But yeah, no, I feel like eggs are handy because you can have little creatures arrive without any of the messy business that you need to worry about with mammals.
no, it's true.
Also, because I feel like... Well, no, actually, no. I was going to say I feel like they tend to be more likely to pop out. But no, baby birds are a thing. So, I mean, it's not like they jump out fully formed or anything.
No.
Normally.
Well, it depends on the species, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, there are also some mammals that pop them out, like, completely ready to go.
Well, no, that is true. Because primarily the prey animals.
Yeah.
Predator animals normally have a long time where they're developing because they don't have much to fear. So actually, you'd think aliens wouldn't be so fearsome. In fact, any alien that pops out of its egg fully formed is probably on its home planet a prey species. Because otherwise, they probably wouldn't have evolved the need to be ready to go.
No, your point.
So, God knows, I don't want to ever meet their mum.
Well, you know, Viking, clearly, like, you know.
Exactly that.
That they are a prey species, clearly. I mean, they said, like, they used to be prey, so.
Yeah, no, it's true. Although the Viking haven't attacked me yet, so...
Yeah, but then again, alligators and stuff, they have tiny babies, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they have tiny babies who I believe are quite sharp, aren't they?
Yeah, but they also very much are vulnerable.
Yeah, but that's okay because they've got alligators to defend them.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
Images of shattered sentinels are displayed like trophies on this terminal screen. Seems the observatory's former overseer had a penchant for hunting these machines. Yeah, same. Perhaps their time would have been better spent monitoring incoming beacons, like the one that flashes on a monitor before me.
Getting sassy, huh?
Fine. Cheeky. If I can enter the correct access code, perhaps I can discover where it originated from. Ooh. Oh no.
Well, have fun with that.
Hang on. Oh wait, I can do this one. This one's a peasy one. This is actual pattern recognition. Very basic. 4634 6344 3446. So it'll be. Oh my god. The 3 and the 4 and the 4 will be the last. No, it won't. I'm going crazy. It's going the other way. So it'll be 4463. Yeah. 4463. Yeah. The observatory hums into life as the location of a new world is displayed on the screen. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. There's no one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we are only dreaming. Yeah. Camp Kushishins. Is that where I am right now? Camp Kushishins? Well, Camp Kushishins owner, I'm pleased that you allegedly have scattered bits of Sentinel around here. Because I ain't seeing it.
My brain just literally thought you were talking about like a summer camp, and I don't know why. It's like a camp.
Well, maybe it was a summer camp where everyone killed sentinels. It's brilliant. I love it. Where's my ship?
Hello, Sid. It appears you're up and walking around. Can I help you, sir?
Have you seen my ship, Sid? Nah, he can't even get his own rocket working. Dog.
It's scouting for food.
I'm scouting for food on my rug.
Yeah, earlier he decided that the rug was delicious.
Yeah.
He wasn't eating it, he was,
No,
just,
he was
licking.
it.
He knows that's not his rug as well. It's like,
No, he knows it's my rug.
it's a chocobo rug.
It's a chocobo doormat. I call it a rug. Because, I don't know, I'm not going to use it as a doormat. Dude, it's got a chocobo on it. Can you imagine wiping your feet on a little chocobo's face? I'll wipe my feet on your face, mate, if you start licking my rug again. I won't. Just for the record.
We like to threaten our
We
dogs
threaten
with
our
horrible
dogs.
things.
Yeah.
Well, they never happen.
Yeah, well, obviously they never happen.
Yeah, well,
Like, if you keep on being bad, we will chop off your sticks and beat you with them. Is not something that's ever going to happen to our
No.
dogs. Is it? No. But it's funny. It's funny to threaten them, mostly because they don't understand. So there's not going to be any lasting trauma, in theory.
right, Sid?
Yeah, right? You're perfectly normal, right, buddy?
Okay, small.
Okay. But no, it's fun to threaten dogs, right? As long as you threaten them in a really pleasant tone. And they're not actually, you know, being threatened. Besides, the more outlandish the threats, the funnier they are. The more,
Yeah.
you know,
I am quickly going to pop downstairs to get me other drinky.
other drinky.
I still have a little bit of coffee left.
Oh,
I couldn't think of the word.
okay. You know, it's like,
sound like I'm getting alcohol.
Yeah.
While I get my shot.
well, I got me bevy. Yeah. We were going to the distress beacon, weren't we? Yes, we were. Coffee pot then?
Yeah, I was just looking at
Oh, where's the other dog? Yeah, she is. You've got her attention now.
that.
Oh yeah, I have to talk. Oh, I thought that. More stuff. This is what we like to see. Please no whispering eggs. Please no whispering eggs. Please no whispering eggs. It shouldn't bother me. They're not actually that frightening as long as I don't crack them open. But you know they do. Oh, it looks clear. It looks clear. I think we're safe. We're safe. We're safe. That's what we like to see. Okay, is there a safe point here? Probably. Way. Run. This is one of those ones where I'm going to have to shoot the doors off. Which I would do with my ship, but you've seen how accurate I am. I'm not. Oh no. Alright, it's time to fight. Oh, hi, doggy. Hello? Are you even...
You already made.
Hello? Hi, hello.
You made a friend while I was
There you are!
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Sentinel friend.
Kinda, yeah.
That really looks like a Boston
Oh well,
Dynamics.
it does! It's like they've literally based them on Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, with the backwards knees and everything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, so you don't seem bothered unless I come... Oh, there's another
I'll
one
be
over
right
there.
there, sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later, I guess. Or something. Okay, so I hopped out of my ship, so I did save, yeah. Okay, so you guys are just literally patrolling this thing. I don't particularly know.
Hi. I'm back.
Welcome back!
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, see, I don't pose any threat to you. You just go over there and don't look at me. I find it a little disturbing that their asses glow bright red.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it kind of makes me look like those baboons. Like those baboon butts. They're the
Yeah.
ones I mean, right?
Yeah, I do. The ones with big red butts.
Yeah.
Okay, no. This time I am gonna try shooting it with my ship.
Oh, we're gonna try and use
I'm gonna
them.
try the
Oh
tactic.
boy.
The,
Oh boy.
It was a DO tactic, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Oh, you appear to have come all the way around here now, huh?
Well.
Okay, you. Look, I'm nowhere near you. Unless that was there the whole time and I just completely missed it, which is also possible. Oh, there is a save point. Ah.
It's
Surprised you can even save with that many sentinels around.
I mean, they're not actively engaging me right now. Except if you come over here. Bog off. No. Mm-mm. No. Sod off. Bug off. No, we're not having this conversation. Please tell me I haven't seen. Oh, we're gonna crash. Oh, we're gonna crash. Oh, we're gonna crash. We crashed.
I'm just sitting over this.
I'm upside down. This is why I'm not a pilot. What is actually happening? Why am I so far? There we go. That would be why. Ugh. Okay. Let's just get. There we go. I don't know why that went so horribly wrong. In fact.
No, me neither.
But it did. Right. So we go very gently down. Why am I? What did I freaking press? Dude.
Hmm?
I am higher than I thought I was.
For a second I thought you were trying to fly upside down, which at this point I don't put past you.
I am definitely not. Did I get it? No. I didn't. Okay. I may have just...
This is going well. You know the thing I said about flying upside down?
Maybe I shouldn't have landed with the second. Let's leave again, shall we? Okay, so what I don't want to do is fly that fast or that high. Super gently, we turn around, slow, gently,
Uh-huh.
and then we just shoot uselessly at the sky, and then we crash into something. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna land again. That's what I'm gonna do.
Don't worry, she doesn't have a driver's license.
I do not. Dude, you want to try driving one of these? You don't have a driver's license either. That's not the point.
No, neither of us can drive.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, so can I actually can I jump onto the roof with my booster pack, or is it too high at this point? I don't see any sentinels. I don't see any sentinels.
Protection falling.
Did they go?
I'm still unsure about what this game is about.
Honestly, yeah, same. Okay, how badly did I not damage the door? Okay, not very. There is definitely sentinels here. I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna hide them. I'm gonna see. Okay. Facilities production harvest is underway. I can speed up systems by boosting some of the machinery operating below me. Oh, good. I don't know any of these words except power and acceptable.
I mean, that's all
and
you need,
high.
right?
I'm gonna assume that what appears to be a power management screen is open on the terminal.
Sounds legit to me.
There's power core, primary motherboard, or electromagnetic coil. Well, I'm gonna choose what seems like the most dangerous of those things, and I'm gonna boost the electromagnetic coil. Oh, yeah!
Well,
I'm a champion.
I was gonna say clearly this is your
Oh,
your
a mind
life.
control device. That seems fine.
I mean, if you can mind control sentinels.
No,
That'd be
it's
cool.
a temporary frigate upgrade that lasts for one expedition. The mind control device plugs into the ship's trading and communication systems, allowing the fleet commander to gain the upper hand in any negotiation. A little OP. What can you do? Give me that encrypted navigation data, baby.
I was gonna say that sounds a bit terrifying. Like,
Yes.
imagine if they got used against you. Like,
Uh-huh. I am. Very much.
don't like it.
Nope. Wouldn't it be fun to mind control sentinels and like Horizon Zero Dawn, just have them fighting for me?
Yeah, it's okay. So what she does, and like this is also how she played Mass Effect. You were an engineer as well in that one. She just likes to get machines and let them fight for her. Like when I was playing Horizon as well, like I was very much not about that. I was just like, yeah, go in, like, you know.
Yeah, you were very much the fighty. I was very much the stand and watch while everyone does my dirty work for me.
Yeah. I tried it for a little bit, but I mean, in Horizon Zero Dawn, it's very useful,
It's
like, to have
extremely
those skills.
yeah.
Like, I did have a little bit, but I should play that game again.
I love that game. I mean, I need to get further with it. Basically, I get distracted exploring,
Yeah,
and then I just
It's
don't
like-
do the plot.
yeah.
I loved it. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I bought it upon release.
You did, yeah.
I hadn't really heard of it, and I saw it, I was like, oh, I need that.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I honestly really love it. Aloy is just chef kiss.
Yeah, Aloy is great. Poopy fit.
I love her. But yeah, no, I just make robots, like, you know. And but that also isn't necessarily a great thing. I shouldn't actually consider that to be.
You say thank you to our
I say
AIs.
I say thank you to our smart devices. Yeah.
So, you know, once the robots like turn against us.
Well, yeah, but once the robots turn against us, there's now proof that in video games I make 'em me bitches. So I feel like that's probably not going to work in my favour.
Go, you have a point there.
Yeah, thanks. But it's okay. Once they'll also witness my extraordinary piloting abilities, they'll want me on their side for sure.
Oh.
It's going well. Excuse me. Don't
Uh,
judge me. Look.
the stream audio has just disappeared.
Oh, has it? Oh.
Yeah.
You know why? It's because that's my headset just turned off.
Oh, that's why, yeah.
I think it was trying to connect this whole time, and then it just
yeah.
decided.
Well, once you've landed, I'll just change it up.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's somewhere for me to land.
Whee. Car floor texture, you can do it!
Booyah. Yes. There you go. Sorry, I didn't think it would make a big difference.
That's
but-
okay. Get your menu or like tabby out.
Oh yes, Daddy.
I'll take over.
Be my guest. I will be right back.
Oh no!
You can talk everyone through what you're doing, right?
Yeah. I'm just double checking whether or not. Let's see. I can't check if the audio works again because you're not here. Oh, this is great. So yeah, I just love the fact that we got that Bluetooth headset. Like, I've always put off like using Bluetooth devices because I thought they'd be a lot of trouble, and they are. But it's really nice to have like hands-free headphones. Like, I'm still wired to mine, and I'm a cheapskate. Mine are literally taped together, but they work fine, so I'm like, I'm not gonna replace those. Anyway, until she's back, I'm just gonna bore you with what I'm drawing. So, like some of you may know, I go by the artist name Grumpy Griffin, but I also go by Behemoth. So that's why I figured I'd just draw some Behemoths for a change. Anyway, I can't check if the audio works because I don't have any in-game audio. So you have to tab back. Nope, it's not working.
No, I haven't tabbed back yet. There we go.
Oh yeah, it's
There we
back.
go.
There we
Perfect.
go. Good,
Excellent.
good.
Thank you. I just worked out why. Well, at least I've worked out where I think because last week my headset powered off as well.
Uh-huh.
I think it's because the issue is it switches it into like headset mode rather than headphones.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why No Man's Sky doesn't read it, because No Man's Sky switches it into headset mode
Yeah.
because it's reading voice, and that uses like 5 times the battery.
Oh.
Because it was on like 70-80% when we started the stream.
80, yeah.
And it doesn't normally go down that fast.
No.
So I think that's what it is. It puts it into headset mode,
creates crap sound quality. It's
Yeah.
like unbearable. It's like listening to like
It's so smooshy. Anyway.
it's like listening to this like regular audio put through like Game Boy speakers.
Yeah, it's kind
Underwater.
of amazing how ugly the sound gets if you listen to it through the
Yeah.
like in headset mode. Like, yeah, I accidentally had it in headset mode once the other day, in fact,
Mhm.
and it took me ages to work out where my sound. Like, I was like, I normally like this track, but it's awful.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
It's headset mode, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's I think that's what it is, because that takes
That makes
way
sense.
more power.
Well,
So, has this got people in it? Feel like it should have people in it. This one.
yeah, you say it. I mean, they have plants. I mean, technically, clearly that means that. Oh, you can't go in?
No. That's okay, we'll just check this terminal. Judging by the imposing size and weapons shown on the identification ID image. I just kept reading that as imagine and was trying to work out contextually. Shown on the identification ID image that glares at me as I boot up the system, the station's overseer must have originated from a warrior race. The life form probably left long before the arrival of the beacon that now winks tantalizingly next to it. If I can enter the correct code, perhaps I can learn its secrets. Oh good, it's another one of these bug. 5920.
Oh, that's easy.
2005, 2059, it's just moving that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Left again, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be 0592.
Mm-hmm.
Was I enter correct? The location of a new world appears on the screen.
What actually happens when you do it incorrectly? Does it like
It just, you just don't get anything.
so it completely locks? Or do you get a second chance?
That's a good question, I've never got it wrong.
Let's keep it that way.
I mean, yeah, ideally. But no, that's an excellent question. I don't know. I should be digging those up, but I'm not going to. So far, so few whispering eggs. Happy.
But don't they get like good? Like, do you not get like good drops from those things?
I am not. When you say good drops from those things, I get good horror stories from their from the computers at the station, the stations, the terminals. There we go.
Yeah.
But I do not get good drops from the whispering eggs because I do not touch the whispering eggs. Because if I touch the whispering eggs,
completely get
biological horrors come out, and biological horrors are, funnily enough, horrifying. Who knew? Okay, yeah, definitely low and slow is the way to go. I know. Well, miss, I'm gonna laugh at you saying you're trying to find the sweet spot. Like, I know that's funny. I'm aware that that's a funny thing. What is that? How do I land there? Oh, I'm just gonna crash into the water. Just come on, Kim. I was too distracted by what. Stop it.
It's so pretty though, like with the water in the background.
That's why I thought I'd do a couple extra passes,
Yeah.
just so you could see how pretty everything was.
Going for a swim.
Yeah. Well, at least the C's not radioactive this time. Look, it's a PS5.
Oh my god, we can be minting it. Loot it!
Right?
It's a ginormous one.
It is. It's a massive.
You can stream in 12K. I don't actually. Okay, I please don't tell me that that's actually a thing. Like the last.
Stream in 5K.
I was talking about 12K. No, the last thing, like I remember 4K being a thing back when I worked for a electronics developer, and like getting constant questions about the TVs and like the development of 4K and when they'd be 4K ready. It's like I don't know and I don't care. I won't be able to afford it. I
not very
still.
cash money of you not caring about something just because you can't afford it.
Yeah, but it was all those tech
Yeah.
people who were just like being wankers about it. But I think of better like just so they could show off to their friends. I'm like, I have no interest in this.
Yeah, that particularly.
You get them like on Twitter and they're the worst.
You do. You get them everywhere.
Yeah, but definitely on Twitter and like also it was so. I mean, a lot of a short story. A lot of electronic companies decided that yes, it's way better to get forums so users can help each other than actually have dedicated like customer service. It's legitimately a tactic because they think that users themselves give better answers. Like that was legitimately the marketing strategy.
That's a terrible marketing strategy.
Ah, I know, right? Strategy is also like. But yeah, no, it's a very common thing in this day and age.
I mean, I get it.
But like, even the payroll company I was working for. Sorry, after that I'll let you get on with this.
No, you go ahead. The payment company.
Yeah, they like for their own customers. They even let. I mean, this is like business to business. Even they thought that was a better idea. Anyway.
I mean, it makes really nothing found. Get wrecked.
Because I talk on top of it, isn't it? It's like, no. Ruins take shape upon the stone.
Oh, are you doing it now?
No. But I think it's pretty.
Yeah, it is. It's very pretty.
It looks like a forbidden candy, though.
It does. It makes me kind of hungry. I want to lick it. Please, probably don't lick the alien artifacts. My tongue's got diseases. I think for a second that you were taking the piss out of the way I tend to read these things.
No.
Ruins take shape upon stone.
I can't do your awesome old man voice, for example. Why would I take the piss out of the way you read things?
I'm not. I also could read that. Oh my god, shall I read these?
Please do.
Like the ancient artifact stuff. Shall I read it?
Yeah, do your old
I mean,
man
computer
voice.
terminals. You see, they're like more modern. They need a more streamlined take.
Yeah.
Runes take shape upon the stone. Is that what you had in mind?
Yeah.
Burning with light, they sing to me of the Viking ancients in the language of my people.
Yeah, see, it's way more enjoyable now.
The sentinels are not of the natural order. Things must fall apart. In their endlessness and replication, the automatons prove themselves abominations. That actually kind of hurts. But
Don't hurt yourself doing this.
But I like it. I can get behind this. And I don't like the hurt. I mean,
No.
yeah, whatever. They must be purged from existence. All will die, whether through righteous battle or the assault of time. Well, I mean, given that knowledge of the past was not forthcoming, give me help with the language, please. My knowledge of the Viking increases. I've learned the Viking word for never, as in never eat shredded wheat. That's I don't know, actually, what
I didn't get that reference.
Okay, yeah, no, I was going to clarify. Because never eat shredded wheat is like north, east, south, west. It's the cardinal, the points of the compass.
Oh.
Mine was, mine. The one that I learned at school first, because some random teacher decided that naughty elephants squirt water was like a more acceptable, I guess it doesn't have the brand reference in it.
Because shredded, is that like typically a brand? Like
Shredded wheat. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it's a brand, like an actual trademark, or it doesn't matter. But can we take off? Oh, my launch thrust is at 20%.
but yeah.
Yeah, no, naughty elephants squirt water. It's how you remember the points of the compass.
You know,
And however much I've tried to learn other ones, the only one that sticks in my brain is naughty elephants squirt water.
I quite like it, I have to say.
It's a problem though, because whenever I do it, I literally have to just go through the whole thing pointing.
Yeah, see, I actually never had like.
I was
okay,
gonna
hold on.
ask if you guys have one.
What? Sorry, in English, what is that called? Like,
I want to say it's a mnemonic.
yeah.
I think.
Mnemonic sounds kind of right.
As in Johnny.
Because in Dutch we call it
I'll Google it, shall I?
een ezelsbruggetje. Well, ezel means donkey.
Oh, right, yeah.
Bruggetje means bridge.
A donkey bridge.
Yes.
Where's that come from?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were going to have a story for us, but no. Okay, let's not. While I Google things, let's not just fly off into the
My story is
stratosphere.
that I just realised I have no idea why the fuck it's called
Your
that.
story is that you have no story.
Should you be letting your ship float like that? for
Yeah,
any
what
long-
could possibly go wrong? Yeah, mnemonic. I even spelled it right.
Hmm.
Yeah, mnemonic. A system such as a pattern of letters, ideas, or associations which assist in remembering something. What was your compass points one?
I don't have
Your-
one.
Do you not-
Legitimately, I never have one.
You just said that, didn't you? And
Yes.
I was disappointed because I was going to ask you. It was going to be like a
Yeah, I don't
conversation
have
topic.
one.
It was going to be
No.
brilliant. What about the planets one?
Nope.
Mine's still really out of date. Because mine was my very easy method just speeds up naming planets. But now it just speeds up naming because Pluto got yeeted.
Yeah.
Poor Pluto.
So
Play the world's smallest violin in chat for Pluto. Which was a planet when I was at school.
yeah.
God. You know, eventually there's going to be a generation of people, like literally like a whole, like there will be no more people left who remember Pluto actually being designated as a planet.
I'm pretty sure it's like one of those stupid facts that they make you learn. Did you know we used to classify Pluto as a planet?
It probably is already that. But I meant, like, at some point there will be no people left who actually remember Pluto being a planet.
To be fair, yeah, maybe, but then again, like, it also involves forgetting about the Romans.
No, I meant, like, in their lifetime.
Oh, I mean, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't make that clear enough, apparently.
I thought, like, us as a human
No,
species.
no. I was talking about, like, people who, within their living memory, Pluto will never have been classified as a planet. It'll just be one of those, oh yeah, they used to say that was a planet. It's not
No.
anymore. It's like a
Yeah.
poopy leftover. I mean, that rock looks like a donut. No, that's okay, you missed it. Sorry. It had a big hole in it.
Yeah, sorry for somebody deciding that these finny bits have to be grey, but I was like, yeah, I'll base this one on the Final Fantasy XIV behemoth, and then I remembered that one has dark bits.
Oh,
rather
yeah, that
than-
one's caused me problems when I was making my plush behemoth cubes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, and I'll do it like this, and then I was like, oh wait, I need to get a whole new minky colour. Oh no.
Did we see eggs?
I spaketh too soon.
That's many eggs.
That's quite a few eggs.
Oh,
That's
God.
okay. It's fine. Yeah, we're heading on our way to the distress beacon. There's my ship. There's a crystal sulfide. Armored clams. How exciting. Okay.
Protection falling.
Okay. Look, well, first we'll run to the save point. Oh, a journey milestone accomplished. Have spacesuit while travel. What was my achievement? I've travelled 100. Now, I'm gonna assume that's clicks rather than kilometers. Where's the set? There it is. Got distracted, lost the save station. Okay. Save and chart unknown sector. Cousin's Great Breaches. Great Breaches, I mean.
I'm not saying anything.
Mm. Oh, for a second there I was like, oh, this station has much better lighting than I'm used to.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't, because apparently when I go in here I switch off my torch. Because
Sorry for
why
laughing, that's just...
why would I use my suit mounted torch that can light up the night when I could go into this dark forbidding hole and just use the red hazard light? I mean, it just makes more sense. Did me a frighten. Just makes more sense, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've learned the Viking word for request. As in, I request me be allowed to turn me torch on. Forsaken terminal! Not sure what's worse, haunted or forsaken.
I think Forsaken, honestly.
Returning user identified. Terminal now active. Unlocking data log continuation for analysis. I awoke from a dream where I was drowning in something thick and glutinous. It filled my pores and suffocated me. I want to believe this is my tired mind playing tricks. I've been so long without deep sleep. Have you tried verbena? The crimson... Sorry. The crimson sphere shimmers at the corner of my eye whenever I try to rest. I cannot comprehend how it tracks my spore from world to world. Or is it that I am following it? The orb cannot be in all places at once. That cannot be. Let's analyze the data log. Wait, this isn't the first time we've heard about the red orb, right?
I don't think so, no.
Like on the anomaly, they were asking me if I had seen the red orb, or if it had seen me.
Oh, yeah.
So, are the whispering eggs... Oh my god, are they linked? Ew. I don't like that. I discover something coded deep inside the long-dead traveler's data log. Something has been left that will aid me on my own journey. What is it? What is it? Nanites. Really? Okay, that's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not greedy. Greedy. Where is it? There you are. Oh, right. I'm getting complacent. Like, well, no, I'm every single time I've touched one of these, there's only been one ceiling tentacle-y dude. The number of times that I've been proved right. That there was only one. I mean, I just walk in after killing that one thing without checking the rest of the ceiling.
Yeah.
One of these days it's probably gonna bite me in the butt. Possibly, literally. Or I'll be fine. We just don't know. Okay, cool. Well, that was surprisingly painless. Watch me accidentally shoot a whispering egg when I get out.
Oh my god, can't move.
No, I can. You will have to wait. Where's my ship? There it is.
I just like the fact that they're just chilling until somebody touches them and they're like, fuck you!
Well, I mean, they're eggs.
Yeah, I know, but like...
What do you think eggs do?
Well, generally speaking, they don't just randomly hatch just because somebody touched it.
I thought my ship was over this way. Wait, where did I land my ship? Oh, it's there, over the hill. Phew! Okay. I think this is my... No. I was gonna say I think this is my last takeoff. But no. Starship launch fuel time. Do I have uranium? No, I do not. So... Actually, do I have... Ooh, hazmat gauntlet. I can make a hazmat gauntlet. Gimme. Gimme. Excellent. That's dead. Oh, well, of course it takes a slot. And I'm an idiot. Feel free to move to a new inventory slot. You.
Having a good time.
Yeah. Having a ball. Don't stop me now. Okay, so now I have fewer spaces.
So out of curiosity, what are you doing right now? Because I lost the plotting.
I'm actually gonna... Compact extension. I want to install these, but I don't want to risk losing space. Because, yeah, I'm crafting launch fuel. Except I'm not crafting launch fuel. I'm making big mistakes.
I won't question your big mistakes, but What makes you say this?
You probably should. The hazmat gauntlet. I added it, not realizing that it would take up an inventory slot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I'm annoyed with myself because now I have the ability to pick up hazardous materials, but I can pick up fewer of them.
But it only takes up one.
It takes up one slot. Yeah.
Surely that's not much.
Well,
like,
I didn't
in
have
the
that many
scheme of
slots
things.
to begin with, unless you had forgotten already. The inventory is full messages that I keep getting every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Anyway, launch fuel. That's what we're looking for now.
Don't mind me, I'm just checking.
Hi,
out
hydrogen. Oh, and metal plating. Okay, excellent.
some- Aw.
I can do that, no problem. Thank you.
Constructed.
Done.
Product constructed.
Should I treat myself to a little more?
More what?
Oh, bum. Well, no, because I don't have enough materials. Sucks to be me.
Protection falling.
Well, now I have a spare metal plating taking up room. Oh, hey, that wasn't so bad. At least I've got more. Anyway, I was just making, I was making fuel. I'll just destroy the metal plate if I need the space. To be fair, it's one metal plate. What am I going to need for that? Ferrous oxide.
Yeah, I vaguely recall
Ferrite
last
dust.
time you said that.
Yeah, no, I destroyed my ferrite dust and then promptly needed ferrite dust. That was all it was.
Yeah.
That looks helpful. I would like to be able to look out of my window without pointing in that direction. That would be nice.
So what you want is a lean option.
Yeah, actually. I want the ability to lean out of my window and go, "Oh, did you see that?" Whereas
Fair.
right now, if I do that, I careen into a mountain.
Yeah, again, fair.
Because me mouse buttons, me look button.
So again, don't mind me, I'm just messing around with some brushes. I haven't used them forever.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, you don't know, but other people
Hello,
might.
you are a surprise. Don't be bothered. Oh, maybe this is that place I already went to. I could believe that. It seems familiar. I crashed into it a couple times, remember that? At the beginning of the
Oh!
stream, we kind of careened into... Yeah, I think it actually might be. But we'll see. That was, a couple hours ago now. Little under it. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, friend. I've been here before.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
with those
see?
guys that
It's with
like
these
help to.
Angry people.
Mm.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. What are the odds, actually? I guess I am kind of heading back in this. Yeah. Denied? Yeah. Sentinel? Absolutely not. Oh, what? Okay, sure.
What?
It gives you some words.
Oh,
click
it
on.
gives you more words.
Oh, yeah, different ones.
That's cool.
The entry is titled The Abyssal Hunts. They document a series of pirate expeditions to catalogue, capture, and consume new creatures on a distant world. Some of the expeditions are catalogued with audio logs. The horrors lie beneath the waves. They come in many forms, all of them corrupted, all of them diseased. Grah! The Gek says we should flee. Grah ha ha! They make good sport. We tied the Gek to the mast of our ship and entered the waves. That sounds like fun. I'm sure.
Dude, I like the Gek. You're horrible. I don't like these guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe these are different people then. I would feel kind of bad if they were different, actually. Oh, you know what? These are people. These are different people, and I feel bad about myself.
Oh no.
Mistress. Sleep. Okay, you're knackered. I get it. He taught me the word for sleep.
Yeah. It's quite valid.
Mm-hmm.
Very important word to know.
The warrior brushes away specks of blood and flesh from their mouth. They appear apologetic. Cool. Yeah, Give me a Viking symbol. We're all about learning. And we've learned the Viking word for anomaly. That will probably come in useful.
Yes.
Actually,
Of all the words.
yeah.
Like,
I want to talk. Do you know what I want to buy? Starship launch fuel. Actually, thanks. That was all of my units, wasn't it? Because of course it was. Silly me. You know what? You can also have some cubes, because I don't need as many cubes as I had. I also have quite a lot of silica powder.
what do you use the cubes for?
They're those things that I dug up, only stack in 5s. You know what? You can have my metal plating too.
I just love the fact every single time I'm like about the cubes and they're like, those things that don't stack. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yes, those.
Uh-huh.
The greatest nemesis of any hoarder.
Yeah, the things that do not stack higher than 5.
Hey, remember when in Final Fantasy XIV things like didn't stack in 99?
I do. I remember that very well. Oh. The amount of inventory space we freed up when they made like stacks
Yeah, that was
99.
ridiculous. It's like, what? My retainer is suddenly empty. That lasted like 2 days, but that's not the point.
Yeah. My retainer is empty like my soul. No, too much? Okay.
Had to make this again.
Oh, fuck's sake. Sorry, I kept jabbing myself on the space station when I was trying to turn around.
Ah, yeah.
It's fine. No permanent damage to my tail fin.
So yes, sorry, I am doing extremely lazy coloring today because
Oh, the horror.
it's a personal piece, so I can be as lazy with it as I want to be.
I've spent the entire stream so far flying around a planet, dropping off at space stations and learning useless things about, you know, stuff. And occasionally I crash. What's your point? Lazy colouring is clearly unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what's this?
Fine.
Something. What are you? I mean, it's another space station, obviously.
Well,
Save on Chartwell space station. I mean, it's a facility. It's a small in Inushkal Glacier. I don't even know how to pronounce that anymore in this language. Glacier. Thank you. Thank you, foreigner, for helping me remember how I'm pronounced.
normally one would call it a glacier. Like, for all I know, it's like a glacier, and I'm like,
I'm
lol.
pretty sure it's a glacier.
Maybe America. I don't know. Maybe America's pronounced differently.
Well, I'm not American, so.
No, I know, but the whole point is like maybe glacier is American,
It's possible.
and you guys call it a glacier.
We do not. I'm pretty sure they're glacier mints, not glacier mints.
That makes sense.
Every time I say mint, my teeth make a whistling noise that displeases me wholly. I don't like it.
Mints?
Make it stop. Mints.
I would say, like, for Dutch, you're gonna have to be able to
Ooh.
say, use mints.
Oh, menthe. No, not menthe.
No, I know,
Mints.
but like,
Hello, God, door bang, jang, bujaboo. Oh,
oops, this is the wrong brush.
you seem fine. A red, jagged, and recent bite mark is wrapped around the entirety of the warrior's neck. Blood and flesh alike look frozen and raw. Claw marks scar their chest, and their exosuit lights flash red. Do you need medical attention? Victory in battle, Imtalopa, my something. But the Viking ancients something. The life form barks contentedly at me, satisfied by their narrow victory. It's clear, however, that the warrior's injuries are severe. They have trouble breathing. I mean, can I give them both? Recharge their exosuit or share oxygen?
I think the exosuit.
I'm gonna recharge their exosuit. The warrior's healing systems come back online. They put on a show of protest, gesturing they were fine. However, they discreetly offer me an upgrade module in thanks. Well, I think my inventory was full.
Oh no!
That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm just happy to help, honestly. I have plenty of sodium after all. Plenty of sodium. Right. Let's poke at this monitor. I mean terminal. The transmission readout suggests that long ago a distress signal went unanswered. It's sequence time. A sequence of numbers has been repeating itself for so long that its imprint is burnt into the screen. An input box flashes at me insistently. If I crack the code, I can find the ship. 99, 92, 86, 81. Are we removing... What are we removing? It should be 4 fewer, I think, than 81.
It's 764, so yeah. Sorry, 7654, yeah.
Yeah. 81 minus 4 is going to be 77 because it physically can't be any of the others. Distress signal coordinates discovered! Woo! Sorry, that was... I probably peaked the mic. I was just so thrilled with myself for actually, you know, not being a dum-dum. Whoop. I also just got so excited that I discovered something that I forgot what it was. I discovered almost instantly. Do you remember what it was?
I wasn't looking over, so no.
Oh well. I discovered it. Whoop. I did actually say it out loud in case you missed it.
Yeah,
Remember I peaked the sound?
Yes.
Probably, because I was louder than I intended to be.
I'm sorry, I forgot to.
Okay. Off we zoom. Maybe I'll get this distress beacon on stream.
That would be pretty
today.
cool.
It wouldn't be cool. It's not going to be even very exciting.
And that's one thing, like, I do feel like this game, it feels extremely slow.
It is. It's very slow, which is one of the reasons why we were wondering about like actually trying to play something else.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we were saying right at the very beginning. Because I was saying that that's... Oh, hang on. That's not a rock. That's a small base of some description. Oh, and I'm going too fast to land. Oh, oh gentle like, you know. There we go. Everything's fine. Nobody crashed. Nobody has to die. That's really high up. Fine, I'll use the ladders. Because somebody, Muggins here, couldn't land on the platform to save her life. Okay, up we go. Right, what was I saying? Yes, I don't want to be one of those people who are doing the numbers game. Because really, it doesn't matter that much. But the No Man's Sky streams are the worst performing ones on a continuous basis now. So I feel like maybe people just don't enjoy them that much, and that kind of means that, like, particularly when we are actually trying to grow our channel, because, you know, surprise, that is something we are trying to do, obviously. Unless I'm operating on the wrong information here.
No.
You know, it feels silly to just keep on, like,
Yeah, doing stuff that people
doing
may
the same
enjoy.
thing that's consistently not doing, you know.
Yeah.
It's underperforming. And if we keep on doing it, expecting a different result,
Yeah, and
I
be
don't know,
like,
it feels silly.
yeah.
So yeah, I might try just doing 2 Sims 4 streams.
Yeah. Because now you're playing as well, so...
Yeah, it's probably more, I think it's more I don't know, maybe it's not. Because yeah, I mean, and then I maybe, if the channel, you know, ends up picking up more, I might consider going back to No Man's Sky.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like I said, I'm enjoying it. But if it's not, like, if nobody else is enjoying it, then there's no point me doing this on stream.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm amazed because I would have thought that everyone would want to tune in to watch me crash into mountains. She lie.
Sorry, I've been titling the streams incorrectly all this time. I see it should have been like Mountain Crasher
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah, Mountain Crash Simulator 2000. Duh. Ooh boy. What's this?
Just find another. This planet has a lot of things going
It does,
on.
doesn't
It's
it?
kind of cool.
Oh, I see sentinels. You can't see me, don't you? Nobody here. Ain't nobody here but us anchovies. Oh, hello. Hi. Good to see you. Yep. Nice. Nice to see you too. Wonderful. This is gonna be a reinforced door. Shall I try and open
Yep.
the door with my ship again?
Yep.
Or shall I just shoot me some sentinels?
No, try the ship thing. See if you have a better luck this time. If not, well, then you
First-
can shoot the sentinels manually, right?
Yes.
Gotta keep trying.
Okie dokie. Let's save and chart this unknown sector first.
Yeah. I just find it really funny. Like, on one hand, you're always really paranoid when it comes to saving. Like, you just save, and then you have to save again. But at the same time, you also just completely forget to save.
I do. Yeah. I'm a contradiction in terms. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's always so far away. Have I just been to that thing down there? I don't think I. Oopsie. Going well. This is why I don't shoot things with my frickin'.
Well, yes, I have just decided that I cannot be bothered to shade properly, so I'm just gonna cell shade again.
Oh, that's nice. Can I just like stop flying?
You know what?
I think I just got stuck on.
I take it back. I'm never asking you to fly again. Although,
I mean, you say landing sequence unavailable. Do you really mean it though? I can't think for the life of me why the landing sequence would be in any way unavailable.
why is it because you're hanging upside down?
Yes, yes, I think it might be. Yeah. And also, you know.
No words.
Oh boy. Okay, let's try shooting the door some more. Yeah. Oh. No, I'm stuck on the. Can I just land, please, and do this manually, please? Oh God, please. Please, may I?
Told you before, yes.
Thanks so much.
Also, we want the rest of the stream to just be you hanging upside down, like a bat, trying to shoot the door.
Honestly, I think I have an iron battery in here already.
Like a battery? Do you need a
Ion.
battery?
No,
Oh!
ion battery. I have one in my inventory as well, and I like to stack things, obviously, where I can. Am I being shot at?
This is rude.
Yes, I am. Hello. Would you like to not shoot at me while I'm switching to my gun? Thank you. That would be nice. I know, right? Yeah, it's going well. Now,
Actually, do all layers in one go. Fuck it.
yeah, I know. Suppression wasn't urgent. I get it. I have to go inside though. Did I kill it? No. Fudge.
Didn't kill it!
No. Well, maybe shooting it with my mining beam isn't the best thing.
If you're not the gun. Oh
I
wait, you
do.
can't switch, can
No,
you?
I can. I did. I switched. I
Oh.
just there we go. I'd already switched back. There we go. Let's see. The terminal flashes 2 alerts. Presumably the source of the alarms currently ringing in my ears. Intruder. Something. Hi! Enemy something! After printing out its status update, the terminal presents the option to override either alert. From the holographic display, the warnings appear to relate to damaged components within the facility and the presence of an interloper. Hold breath or breathe aggressively.
Wait,
I'm
breathe
going-
aggressively!
I'm going to breathe aggressively. I breathe as aggressively as I can. Channeling my anger at the gas sensor, it has no effect. The terminal registers my failure and shuts down. See, I'm gonna assume that essentially is what happens if you screw up a coordinate thing as well, because yeah, I'm not gonna go back and. Yeah, I think it was the successes we made were the breaths we aggressively huffed along the way, don't you think?
Yeah, that's it. That was bizarre to say the least.
Well, you know, we are on an alien planet. We can't be expected to know everything. Okay, I don't see any sentinels offhand. Let's see. Oh, there they are. They're there. That's fine. They're by my ship. That's not a problem. I can still shoot them. Needs be.
Okay, so get the autosave or let me draw again.
Oh, funsies. Hey, you don't see me, right? No.
I particularly love it when it does it while I'm in the middle of a line. It's like, no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Didn't need that line to be good. Thanks.
No, it's also, there's no chance that, oh, you've seen me. Let's just pop in me ship and hop away, shall we? Quite quickly. Thank you. Much obliged. So, yeah, this landing malarkey and this shooting malarkey. Careening around. Oh, no, that's nice, isn't it? I appear to have landed sideways.
Sorry for laughing, but I'm not looking over, so just hearing.
Yeah, well, it went well. You can. Oh, good. Whispering eggies. That's cool. You know what? I'm here for it because it means I get a fun story to read out. What's that?
This seems to be a rather infected planet. I'm not sure
Well,
how I feel about it.
maybe there are loads of these, and I've just never come across them before because I don't normally fly so low.
Oh,
So low and so
so
slow.
you miss them, like
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly that. So, you know, I'm just gonna blame my own failure. Blame my own failure? Does that make sense? Yes. Oh, let's not accidentally shoot the egg, shall we? Thank you very much. Oh, I almost accidentally shot. In fact, I think I might have just grazed it slightly. Where are you, ceiling tentacle? Not in my backyard, mate. Thank you.
But it also makes me wonder is why in particular they pick like these stations.
Well, I think given the occupants seem to have been a bit, you know. Final data log awaiting user analysis. Terminal now active. Is this what we become? At each turn on my journey, I find only more to taint my spirit and my flesh. The fanged maws erupt around me when my back is turned. I hear them chattering and spitting. Sometimes they scream sounds that may be words, perhaps my name. I haven't removed my exosuit in many cycles. I'm afraid to look at my own skin. I know it will be seething, pus-wet and pitted. I have become a vector of infection. The corruption of something ruinous lives in my flesh. Don't come looking for me.
Okay.
I discover something coded deep inside the long dead traveller's data log. Something has been left that will aid me on my own journey. Hopefully it is also not pussy.
I have to say, it's like
Yummers. Delicious. Here we go. There's a ceiling tentacle. Oh no, I could reload, or I could just flail uselessly. Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's just climb on these mushy egg sacs to get to that data terminal, shall we?
Oh, sure. So if you shoot at them, they'll wake up. If you step on them, they just chill.
These aren't the same mushy egg sacs. These are safe to stand on mushy egg sacs.
Oh,
Learn
I
the
see.
difference,
I see.
right?
Yeah.
These are disgusting, but they're inert. And yeah, there are quite a few of them, aren't there? These things on this planet.
Yeah.
I like that I'm actually becoming quite desensitized to them at this point. I'm like, yay, I get some more grotesque things to read about. It's brilliant. I've learned the Viking word for take. As in, take my leave of this accursed hole.
A part of me is like, why, like, the fact that these stations are just casually chilling on this planet is...
Yeah, no, it does seem a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I suppose that's where it falls down. I suppose that's where the whole procedural thing actually kind of shows its weakness. Because this game would be way more solid as a premise if this was all designed and there were like planets that had been taken over like this.
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, no, blimey, it's getting a bit crazy, this, isn't it? But yeah, if there were just planets that were like that, rather than us discovering like one random base that's been overtaken next to a different base which is still absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And perfectly active. Yeah. An observatory this time. Oh, there it is. Save time. Save and chart. Unknown sector. I mean, it's really only unknown to me, given that somebody's built a base here. I really don't think that staking my claim to it. On it? Yeah, staking my claim on it. It's kind of a bit shitty, isn't it?
Yeah, like, just like with all the species that we discussed in the other one, it's like...
Yeah. Like, yes, I discovered this. And people being like, hey, you know we've been living here for years. No, I discovered it. You've been living here, but you've never seen this before. Yes, I have one literally as my pet. No.
Exactly. It's like, no.
I have discovered him. I will call him Ashtakn. Anybody home? No? Nobody? Nope, not a single part? Okay, cool. Images show that this observatory was once a war zone. Mangled metal, scorched walls, and the heavily decayed corpses of 1,000 hulking life forms betray a brutal firefight.
Nice.
Now repaired, whatever transpired, it must have happened before the beacon that flashes on screen arrived. Perhaps if I enter the correct code, I can decipher it. Please be yes!
This is just gonna be like...
Mommy's favourite. It's going that way. So it'll be
73988. Sorry, 7398. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for your input. Thanks to its recent repairs, the observatory still functions. It leaps into life as I enter the digits, showing the location of a new destination deep within the cosmos. Okay, so I'm gonna say that the ones that are still taken over are just like they're too badly infected or whatever. They can't be reclaimed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel like that's really the issue with the procedural generation.
It's just it makes it very like weird that like also because there are other like species and established stations and stuff, I just have trouble believing
that what some of the bases are overrun and some of them aren't.
Yeah. And just also the world is just very unbelievable to me.
Well, yeah, no, and that is really the point where it becomes kind of disappointing, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I'm having a good time, but at the same time I'm desperately wishing that there was a deeper story. And I know that there's only a certain amount of procedurally generated.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll actually get there this time. But yeah, no, I think that's maybe the fact that not that The Sims 4 is exactly riveting gameplay, but I guess more stuff technically happens.
Well, you're following it like a soap opera.
Yeah,
like,
this is true. I just desperately wish I could get Skyrim to run without lagging.
Yeah, I don't know
Because-
why it hates this particular version of the game. You still need to try it, to be fair, but it just doesn't play nice with my PC.
Yeah. It's frustrating because it's a pretty old game at this point.
Yeah,
But no. I guess, yeah.
no, it just takes longer because streaming?
It's like,
I
yeah,
don't
no.
think so.
I'm just gonna stream in chunks, that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need like smooth gameplay.
The thing is, if I try and record it, like when it's in full screen and not OBS, it's fine.
Yeah.
But OBS is because, I see you, OBS, I'm not.
Well, I mean, OBS in and of itself, I feel like, my PC finds it a bit heavy to load, to run a lot of time,
Yeah,
because it's managing a lot of stuff at once,
yeah,
I think.
which makes sense as well.
So,
It's like, where?
I mean, it's known not to play nice with OBS,
Yeah.
basically, but it's frustrating because I'm playing No Man's Sky, and all I want to do is play play Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, No Man's Skyrim.
We've
that's
talked
what I
about
want.
that, like, dragons in,
In
space!
Yeah.
Honestly, the thing is, I don't understand. Okay, why are there not more games about dragons in space?
I don't know, right? Everyone seems to think that space and fantasy kind of... Like, is there much... No, there really isn't any space X fantasy crossover fanfiction, kind of.
Or near.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
near.
think about, like,
Kind of.
Drakengard
Yeah.
was very much dragons in space.
Yeah, fair.
But now it's androids in space,
Well,
the dragons are gone, so...
Which is, it's still awesome, though. But yeah, no good dragons.
That was that's the only dragons in space that I can think of.
It's upsetting. I think it would be a great... It's exactly the kind of thing that I go nuts for.
I mean,
so.
like, yeah, what you told me, like, okay, so I will never
Oh.
read String Rides of Poem, but I do think still that the premise is great. Like,
Yeah.
dragons in space.
Yeah.
Like, reclaiming a planet.
Yeah. I mean, reclaiming it. It wasn't-
Yeah,
well,
I know, but
yeah.
like, making it.
Depending on,
Yeah.
again, spoilers for a pretty old book series at this point.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Potentially, I guess. The original books were kind of protecting the planet with dragons.
Yeah.
And then you find out that essentially it was, oh, this is an active space station. Cool. Then you find out that basically the dragons were genetically engineered by the first settlers who landed on the
Yeah.
planet, sometime in the future,
Mm-hmm.
which is obviously their distant past. And the thing is, I read it when I was a teenager, this series. The Dragon Riders of Pern series. And it fitted all my boxes. I mean, ticked all my boxes. Because I really love, stuff that's in the past, but it's actually the future. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, that's one of my
Yeah.
favourite hammy tropes. And also dragons. But, they're genetically engineered. But yeah, so... Dragons in space, I guess, Pern is kind of dragons in space, actually.
Yeah.
At
Just
its
dragons
core.
in space.
But with a little bit more, Christianity in it than I necessarily realised at the time.
Yeah.
Ironically, like, one of my actual favourite books is the most ham-fisted when it comes to Christianity.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one, in fact, the specific one that deals with them relearning their history,
Oh, yeah.
primarily, and finding, like, essentially the old ship's computer, the old ship's
that's cool.
AI,
Yeah.
that then helps them learn more about the past that they've, lost.
Mm-hmm.
But it basically, I mean, I loved it. It actually made me weep like a tiny child, when I was a tiny child.
Mm-hmm.
But it ends on a Bible quote.
Oh, that's...
Oh, it doesn't end. I mean, one of the chapters. I'm gonna say chapters because technically that's a big ass freaking spoiler.
Yeah, well...
I don't want to, like, overall spoilers for the series is one thing, but spoilers for individual books, I don't think is necessarily.
Yeah, fair.
But essentially, one of the kind of like climactic ends, wrapping up of. Anyway, it ends on a Bible quote.
Mm-hmm.
That's every man And a place for every something under heaven. Oh, I can't remember what it is now. Well, yeah, there we go. Ugh, I had to click on Bible Hub.
Nothing like with anything against Christianity, mind.
Where are we? Good Lord.
Mm.
There are so many different Bible versions. Like, each translation has a different freaking phraseology of this thing.
And that's on top of it all is like an incorrect translation to begin
Yeah.
with, which is just
I'm
like, wow.
going to say that she probably used the American Standard Version.
Yeah.
Because I think, yeah. Unless she used the English Revised Version. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, it's the one that essentially, approximately, depending on the version you read, goes, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven.
Oh, that's nice. Though.
I know, right? I thought that was a really beautiful quote. And then, like, I think I came across it somewhere else with its Bible verse quotation thingy in it. And I was like, oh. I don't like that. Why is this AI teaching, like, future colonizers of a distant future planet about the Bible? I don't know. I mean, I get it, but I also don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, come on. This planet doesn't actually have religion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't teach them about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they have their own problems. But yeah, I just, but I thought it was a really pretty quote. And then I learned that it was from the Bible, and it kind of put me off it. And I felt betrayed because, like I said, that...
Yeah, you thought it was from, like, yeah.
I thought she'd written it, essentially. Or it was like a poety, quotey thing. You know, I thought it was... Without trying to be a dick about the Bible, I thought it was from something more meaningful than that.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying that, you know, I don't think the Bible's meaningful for a lot of people, because it is meaningful for a lot of people. It's just not meaningful for me. You know. And every time I find out that a verse, I mean, a quote that I like is from the Bible, it just feels icky.
Yeah.
Like I said, like a betrayal. Anyway. But no, I heard apparently that, like, I read somewhere a load of people were saying, like, oh, we do not stan Anne McCaffrey, and I'm not even 100% sure why, unless it's literally that one time when she said, my Pern RP isn't for lesbians.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are no lesbians on Pern. And I was like, well, what happens in the where stays in the where, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's such a straight lady thing, I think. Well, I don't like Fagugu, so I don't see how anybody else can.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. Yeah. No, yeah.
Like, she has an entire book about two gay dragon riders.
Yeah.
Who are just hanging out with their dragons, being gay.
Yeah.
But, you know, lesbians. No, only penis. Sorry. I'm gonna stop now.
No, it's just... But the thing is, it's so funny, because of course this is such a big thing in big
I don't
fan...
see it. I don't see it. Yeah, sorry, in fan.
What did you not see?
The other base that's just literally like 3 meters to the left. I don't see it.
Why do you not go?
Because I'm going here. And literally, it's like 9:52. If I don't go here... Oh, no. I don't see a damn thing. If I don't actually do this, we will have finished the stream before I get to this distress beacon, which I guarantee will not be as interesting as it needs to be to warrant me having spent the entire stream heading towards it.
Right. Yeah. So as
you were saying,
like, it's just really funny with her because it's such a classic, I was just going to say quotation marks, fangirl issue in fandoms where women
will happily ship straight couples, and like definitely there's the, and then again quotation marks, fetishization of gay men.
Yeah.
But lesbians, no.
No. Yeah, well, like I said, from what I can tell, it's really a case of like I only find penis interesting.
Yeah.
Ergo,
Yeah.
everyone else must, and I don't understand people who do not find it as scintillating as
Yeah.
I do. I, personally, am bemused by the
Yes.
matter of the.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
get the interest with it.
Well,
But you
so-
know, to everything there is a season, as someone once said.
Yeah.
And indeed, a time for every penis under heaven. Just not in my house. Thanks.
Unless they're oxygen cocks.
Unless they're oxygen cocks, indeed. Or, you know, we do have several male characters who are in relationships with female
Yes.
characters. Actually, for a non-straight couple, we have an awful lot of straight pairings. It's probably...
It's because I'm like, I primarily...
True, you primarily play dudes, and I primarily play women, and we're like, yep, now kiss!
Exactly, but it's the thing, like, okay, when it comes to video games, I'm extremely picky about my female characters, and then, like, if they're all, like, girly, I'm like, I don't want this shit. I don't, like, I'm not one... I walk that line, like, I don't like super tomboyish characters, like, when I say super tomboyish, I mean, super short hair, and, really masculine in looks. It's like, I kind of have a fine line, like, yeah, I want masculine, but also feminine
Well,
at the
basically
same
you're
time.
talking like Utena, who's like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very much a girl,
Yeah.
but I will wear, like, the boys' uniform.
Also, like, Rugadin in Final Fantasy
Yes.
XIV are, like, exactly my
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
amazing. But then you have, like, say, I'm just gonna say female Mikote, and the way they are animated, same for female
Female
Aura.
aura, yeah, no,
Like,
agree.
I love the way female Aura look, but then they're animated in a way that makes me go like, yeah, kind of like that. That's kind of my reaction. Like, I rolled a female Aura, and I loved her dearly,
Yeah,
but I
you
could
did.
not get on with her because of the way they are animated. It's really stupid. It's mannerisms.
I was going to say, you haven't actually race changed her yet, but you have re-rolled her on a different server. And
I
made
have
her
race changed her.
Have you actually race changed her?
Dude,
oh, no,
I
you
did it-
have!
Yeah, she's a Fiera.
No, I have race changed her. Oh,
Because
Whispering
Fiera
Waves.
are just like top
Yes,
tier. They
no,
really-
I'm an idiot. You just haven't
Yeah.
name changed her yet. I was getting my
yeah, no,
brain
it's
in
okay.
a twist. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it was all this thought of cocks. It's discombobulated me. Am I right? I'm right.
Yeah. Also, sorry, I'm currently not drawing because my shoulder's hurting again.
Oh,
so I'm like,
no.
no,
Am I gonna have to do my sim stream alone?
no, that's why I'm taking it easy right now.
Good girl. Well done.
I over the weekend I've been hunched over like a bloody gremlin again.
Do I need to stick my knee in the back of your, in the small of your back, and like unring you?
Yeah, like
Have you been sitting like a pretzel again?
yes. And like 2 nights ago I didn't sleep very well, and that's just done a number. I'm old and like my body just goes like, no, your shoulder's gonna hurt now.
Seems about right.
I was like, oh, you've also been playing video game for like 2 hours
Video
without your
game?
wrist guard. And
No,
it's like,
no,
nope.
no. No video game for you.
I say wrist guard, it's just my
Yeah.
wristy.
It's a wrist
Wrist
brace.
support, there we go, that's the one I was
Okay.
looking for.
Yeah.
But thankfully, touch wood, I don't tend to like, I get a painful shoulder, but when I'm drawing, my wrist doesn't hurt.
Which is really good, because for a while you couldn't actually draw at all.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
your
that
wrist
was
like,
because
no.
of my shoulder.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I thought it was my wrist, turns out it's my shoulder.
Well, I mean, these things are connected.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Viking word for where. Are we ready to read the Haunted Terminal?
Sure am.
I'll just remove this residual goop. User identified, terminal now active, unlocking data log for analysis. What are the Sentinels? They appear on countless worlds without summons or warning. They traverse the galaxy unopposed and enforce their will upon every sentient being they encounter. Who made them? Who gave them the will to police the stars and demand that we bow to their silent rules? The goal of the experiment was to learn the answers to these questions. It began on an enchanted world. Uncharted. What, beneath a blue-white sun, far from the axis of civilization. The first drone screamed when it was cut open. That's very far from being enchanted. Uncharted. I know how to read. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that. Violence towards sentinels. I'm probably going to regret that. What's this? Line of settlement. Arrive in 5 hours. Ooh. Ooh. No, we're going to the distress beacon.
Shooting star.
Yeah.
Another
Probably
one.
an exploding spaceship.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
With me.
You know, I like the fact that you could change up your like exosuit, but you haven't been able to color your freaking
Well,
spaceship.
maybe
I'm pretty sure you'll just
like-
ditch it at some point.
spaceship body shops are few and far between. Okay, we are so close to this distress beacon at this point. We're like 10 seconds away. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. I am so bad at landing. At least there's a distress beacon, right? I mean,
Yes.
somebody
Yeah.
will find us eventually. Right? Well, that's not looking in a particularly good way now, is it?
Maybe you can salvage some parts.
Maybe. Unlikely. Well, that was a pretty fancy looking spaceship once upon a time.
I like how it's like, oh, distress beacon, and it's still on fire, but everything
Yeah.
else is just dead.
As I enter the vessel, I'm greeted by a pile of military multi-tools, clearly thrown from a rack that once housed them. They fizz and spark and look unsafe. The broken body of a tendrilled behemoth lies awkwardly nearby. Hey, it's Behemoth Stream! I mean, sorry, it's dead now. Try not to link the two visuals. The craft must have crashed with such ferocity that little else is intact inside the ship. Do I try out a multi-tool or just deconstruct multi-tools to salvage tech? Given that they look unsafe, I feel like maybe touching them at all seems like a terrible idea, but
Yeah.
I'll probably deconstruct
Yeah,
them.
just do it for shits and giggles.
No. I disassemble some multi-tools and salvage some tech from within. Ooh, I've discovered a new... Ooh, explosive grenades. Careless use can result in damage to user. What could possibly go wrong?
I was gonna say grenades. That sounds like a great idea. Knowing you.
Given my track record, yeah. What could possibly go wrong? Oh boy. Oh boy. Am I ready to fuck myself up? Yes. Yes, I am. Frozen Focus. That is a nice name for a ship. Why'd you go ahead and... Yeah, it's not looking so hot, eh? Oh, the launch thruster works. That's about it. You got anything? I can't even steal this shit. What is that? Is that a space station? Maybe. Okay.
Welp.
I can't even mark it. It's too far away. Okay. Well, where's my ship on? There. You know what? Let's go. Let's go nuts. Let's see if I can still find it once I'm up in the air, shall we?
Yeah.
Ow. Hang on, I can fix this. I have launch fuel.
So you have the Z
I
technology.
have the technology. I have the fuel. You don't give me that. Look, see, we got fuel.
I'm gonna stop yawning, but
Yeah, I would like that.
it's not gonna happen.
Have you considered just not? No. I suspect that I've... Oh, what? Is that it? No. Or is it? Is that it? Or is that a cloud? I can't tell. Oh, let's go there. Why not? I think that's what it was.
It looked like a cloud to
Going
me.
crazy? Yeah, it does. Oh no. Behind it. Yeah, no, there it is. Whatever that is.
Well, oh, what's that?
I don't know. That's why I'm like going there. Oop, oop. It's a space station.
Okay.
Ooh. Cool.
It's kind of cool that it can just go like, what the fuck is that? And I'm just like,
I'm not having a thing in the middle of space class to go. Yeah, I agree. Maybe stop shooting at the space station now. How does that sound? Not just me.
No free slots in ship
Inventory full. I know. In retrospect, I know that was a space station because I've seen one before.
They kind of look
Do I have to aim for the hole? I think I maybe do. What? Yeah, they do look a little bit.
Like you'd expect it to be like, I don't know, some like... Okay, no it doesn't, just pull
That's
you
the
in.
actress
It's
saying
kind
to the bishop. Sorry, I
I
missed-
heard you,
missed-
you don't need to double check if I heard you.
Well, no, I was just saying I missed the opportunity earlier on, so I'm being trash and doing it now. Do I have to?
Does
aim
it
for
just
the hole?
automatically turn you around?
Yes.
It's kind of cool.
Kinda cool, but these floors are doing me head in.
I was gonna say, actually I want those floors.
Do you? You really
Yes.
want to be charged with cleaning these floors?
Dude, that's what you get a Roomba
Oh yeah, it's very much the world's busiest Roomba.
for. Get a Roomba army.
Okay. Space station time. What's this? Starship outfitting. Purchase improvements. Salvage ship. Upgrade class and or storage or melt ship into scrap. I could melt my ship into scrap if I wanted to.
So then why do you leave?
You don't.
I'm really curious.
Oh, I have no room. Storage. Storage. How many nanites do I have? Almost 1 million. So almost. Where? Storage, please. Okay. Alright. Appearance modifier. Oh, sure, now I can access the appearance modifier. Was there really not one of these on the original space station I went to? Oh, that's not where I meant to go. Oh well. Exosuit research. Gimme. Okay. Grah, weak-minded interloper, your equipment aglungdo me. I'm quite glad I don't know that word.
It does sound like
It's
very
probably the
offensive.
Viking for offends me.
Yeah, exactly.
Shield, underwater protection, toxic protection, life support, thermal protection. None of these, you see, are storage.
Like how like this literally the only thing you care about. Like
It is. I do not have enough storage. It upsets me. I don't care for these. Purchase inventories. Oh.
Apple Pen so you can deal with the 5%. Wait, what? What? What did you just...
Oh, I think I will.
What is it?
It was an inventory slot.
A whole inventory slot.
A whole one, yes. Do you have any idea how much that means to me?
I mean, yes.
Well, that's it. That's all I can do here. But that's fine. You know what? I'm happy. Look at it. Look at my shiny new inventory slot. Oh, it's beautiful. Ooh, I'm all aflutter. That was a joke for the record. Exocraft. I don't have one of them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to decline that on account of the fact that I don't have a car yet. But I bet if I did, I'd drive
Wait, a
it.
car? You can get a car?
Yeah, that Exo, it's car, vroom vroom. Yes.
That's kind of cool.
I don't want to give you my Uduo Bink. Please don't judge my pathetic equipment. Hyperdrive module? No. Is there anything that will make it, you know, less obvious that I'm bad at steering? But I could go for a photon cannon module.
Product received.
Let's try it. Why not? Just for funsies. Can I actually access my starship from here? Probably not. Nah, it freaking needs a slot. I will cry. Oh well. You win some inventory, you lose some inventory, I guess. I just hate that,
Sorry, yeah.
like, upgrades require inventory slots.
Yeah. No, it is honestly kind of rubbish. Like, considering how limited your inventory seems to be,
Yeah,
I'm like, it's not very...
exactly. Like, it kind of makes me just not want to upgrade my stuff.
Also because, like, okay, so I'm gonna assume that all of this is also, like, procedural generated.
What do you mean? What do you mean the space stations?
Yeah, like, it's
Yeah.
also, like, so it's not, like, it's determined. Like, so you have to get lucky, essentially, also, with, like, being able to purchase, like, inventory space and things. Right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you to say that again.
Oh, I meant, like, okay, so considering this is all generated,
Yeah.
you also have to get lucky because everything is random.
I mean, the space stations.
Yeah, like
Yes.
this stuff as well. So your upgrades, for example, you might not get any inventory space upgrades.
Maybe? I don't know. But probably.
Yeah,
Honestly.
like, I don't know.
I'm gonna say yeah, most likely.
So yeah, it's like,
Yeah. A Korvax convergence cube. Wait, why do I have this? Why do I have this?
Is that maybe that what that thingy gave you, the reward for like helping
Maybe.
them?
Device used by the Korvax for the storage of historical and cultural information.
It's kind of cool though.
Yeah, why do I have that though? But yeah, maybe.
That's all I can think of because that's like, oh, your inventory was full, so you didn't get anything, right?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I've had it for ages and I just didn't notice. You cannot have my pickle. Pickle
Look,
is
you
friend.
have all this issue, but you're.
Yeah, but the pickle is my friend. You want to sell your friend? No, I didn't think so. Or maybe you would.
Maybe I would if I have enough.
You monster. If
Yeah.
you're running out of inventory space, you would just sell your friend up the street.
Yeah, I would just sell them out.
Oh my god. You are dreadful.
Correct. It's very uneventful, this.
It's just a space station. People are just here about their business. I'm not talking to any of them because, I don't know. I'm not talking to any of them and I probably should. You know what? We're going to teleport to Untitled. Yeah, on this frozen planet. So right. Call it Untitled. I feel like I should be making really cool noises. But actually, I think, yeah.
Like, it probably the game itself, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was
if you
gonna
had
say-
a sound.
it has noises. This is taking a while.
Well, it's basically reloading it, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
the same as like when you boot the game.
Yeah, I mean, God, communal freaking teleporters, am I right? Honestly.
Just the concept of teleportation is like, no.
Yeah, right?
It's just rewriting yourself. Like, wasn't there like that one thing where it also like it's such a common thing, like where you just basically get incinerated and like,
Yeah, oh, there was a radio play I heard one time.
that's so good, that one, like
I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
horrifying. But
I couldn't deal with it. I listened to it one time and I was like horrified, fascinated.
yeah.
But yeah, it was essentially like teleportation was a standard thing.
Yeah.
And everyone was doing it all the time. And this one radio play followed this woman who had never flown. She was quote unquote an original. Was the terminology they used.
Flying is teleportation in that universe.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, instead of taking an aircraft, people chose to teleport. But
Yeah.
aircraft was still a thing for like cargo and stuff.
Yeah.
But essentially, yeah. The idea was it was teleportation, but basically what happened is your body was destroyed, and an exact copy of you was made at your destination.
Like legitimately.
Yeah, that was the premise. They
Yeah.
knew that. That like, you know, their body was destroyed, their consciousness had already been transferred into kind of a photocopy, essentially, of themselves. And yeah, so which is why this woman who'd never travelled, she'd never been teleported, she was referred to as an original.
Mhm.
And her son had moved to Australia and he was going to get married, and she'd decided to teleport for the first time, and she was really afraid of it, but she decided to do it for her son, to make it in time for her son's wedding.
Mhm.
And there was a terrorist attack at the... I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say that word, actually, on stream. But there was an attack at the airport.
Mhm.
And the clone procedure transfer was cancelled.
Yeah.
So she got out of the teleporter and went home, and nothing was working. Like, her bioscanner wasn't working, her credit
Yeah.
card wasn't working, nothing was working. And then she started getting basically hunted down by shady governmental agencies. And it turned out that, yeah, the only thing that hadn't happened was that her body hadn't been destroyed in the teleporter. So she'd already been cloned, and her consciousness had been duplicated. But she hadn't been killed. So, she doesn't realise that at the time.
Yeah.
She decides to go to... Oh, I think either she does, or maybe she does realise that. And she goes to Australia anyway. She takes a flight to Australia, an actual plane flight, somehow. And she sees herself. And I think one of the things, stupidly enough, one of the things that actually stuck out to me the most about the whole radio play was that she said, I decided not to wear that dress. I took that dress with me just in case, but I decided not to wear it because I like the other one better. So why is she wearing that dress? Implying that, of course, your clone is not you, it's a slightly different version.
Yeah.
So it's not your consciousness getting transferred across. It's basically like, you know, that whole classic clones are not
Yeah.
the same as, you know, that thing. Anyway, and then the whole thing, I mean, like, spoilers, I guess, if you're into BBC radio plays, but the whole thing ends when she is eventually, it turns out that one of the guys that she thought was helping her was actually part of the organisation that had initiated the attack in the first place, hoping that something like this would happen, because they wanted to highlight how unethical the cloning procedure was.
Yeah.
And then, it's been so many years since I heard it, but somebody ends up essentially finishing the job because
Yeah.
they don't want a loose end like her around, and you just end up, it finishes off with her clone at her son's wedding,
Yeah.
basically, and it's just her talking.
Yeah.
It just snaps into her consciousness, and it's like,
Yeah, it's like
but
it's,
having had no memory of course, her original self's
God, yeah, no.
experience. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, it's horrible. It freaked me out. And to the point where every time I heard it come on again, because they repeated stuff a lot on 4 Extract.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the premise of the channel. But every time I heard it on, I was like, you know what? I have a pressing need to listen to something else.
Yeah.
But it was very well done.
Yeah, it was.
Automated archive recovery in progress. Data recovered 6%. New data available. Search archives. Entry number 4925X follows. Found additional buried technology modules. Construction proceeding smoothly. Recent expedition yielded copying data to additional data available. Construction logs recovered. Blueprints reassembled and prepared for download. Excellent. That wasn't very exciting, was it? Exosuit technology data extracted. Downloading plans. Personal upgrade module synthesized from data scraps. That is quite exciting. But if it's not storage, I don't want to know.
It's like-
Readable archive retrieval complete. Beginning defragmentation of next segment. Okay. Hello, oven chip. Thank you. Upload unavailable. Base too small. Rude. Who are you to judge the size of my base? It belongs to us. Not them.
Ground protection falling.
Sorry. Oh, you beauty.
You get more inventory space.
No, but look, I can pop this storage container down.
Aha!
Now I want to know.
I also have to say, like, games that like involve like limited inventory, but to this level, I'm like, no, don't like it.
I'm just afraid that if I put a storage container down, like I won't be able to use like this storage container, you know?
Oh, like yeah.
I think it means I can only use it once. Yeah, limited. Oh right, limited to one per base. Okay, that's fine. I see. They're numbered differently because oh no, it needs power. That is stupid.
Wow.
That is dumb. No, I'm gonna say it. That's actually pissed me off. Like, come on, you give me storage, but I need to
Also
power it.
beforehand, I feel like you should really get a warning, like, oh, we'll require blah blah blah.
Well, I'll be leaving. 3 minutes. Yeah, no, that's not my spaceship. This is my spaceship. Let me see. Who's that? Oh yeah, she'll just stare me in the face. Traitorous storage cube. Okay, let's go find this ancient ruin, shall we? That's why I just hit the pulse engine.
Of course.
Of course, naturally.
So what exactly does the pulse engine do?
Make you go real fast. Real fast. I think I accidentally hit it when I was facing upwards. Possibly. Or, you know, I'm just trying to make excuses for my terrible driving, and it was actually just fine. Maybe this isn't the ancient ruin I found. That'll be something.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, my inventory's full. Oh no, that's my starship inventory, that's alright. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it does, but not as much as the prospect of my suit inventory being full. Oops, we're overshooting. Okay, there we go. It's an ancient ruin.
Oh yeah.
It's my kind of ancient ruin. The kind that's buried underground. Oh baby. Who likes a terrain manipulator? Me likes a terrain manipulator.
You finally get to use it. Didn't
I
you
do.
get that upgrade
Ooh.
like ages ago? And
Oh no, I have used it for a lot actually.
oh well.
A Gravitino ball. Time to alert the sentinels. Okay, that's empty.
Like, what is the actual sentinel level on this? It's like medium, isn't it? Like this planet. Does it have like high?
It is irregular patrols, but picking up a Gravitino ball automatically.
Oh
alerts
yeah, they
them,
go like
remember?
bitches.
Yeah, they're like, excuse me,
That's
I
our
will kill you.
ball, bitch.
Yeah. Basically, they really like me balls, and they get upset. So maybe if I hide from them underground, oh, maybe they'll follow me underground. That would be fun, wouldn't it? You can't see me. Oh, you saw me. Oh, he followed me. Hello.
Oh, this is not where I want to be.
Oh yeah. Hello.
This is horrifying. You're shooting it in the eye. Why is it not dead yet?
It's
How? Wait, that is way bigger than the sentinel. You're so excited.
I'm so excited.
You're teabagging that.
We don't do that here. We're nice people.
Even to sentinels?
Yeah, I don't teabag sentinels. That's not classy. Okay, cool. Well, I'm just gonna go down in history. Did I actually pick up a gravity? Oh no. Oh wait, it will have gone to my starship, right? Please. I don't want to go through all this trouble for absolutely nothing.
I daren't say anything at this point. It's like, oh.
Yay. Yep, these modules I need frickin' inventory space.
Dude, that's just. This is starting to get exhausting. Like,
That's the thing. If you're gonna have excuse me, you are ouchie. Yeah, if you're gonna have limited inventory space, I feel like actually having the modules take inventory space
yeah.
is a dish. Especially on a thing that's like designed for Oh, seriously? You can see me through the frickin' wall? No, not having that. I guess I'll go on a little bit more. You like following me? I feel like I shouldn't actually still be following you. Oops. You're pressing the wrong button. Hello. Hi. Good to see you. Hi. Oh, you have armor plating.
Also, yes, to clarify what I'm currently working on, I'll edit a bit later, but I sometimes draw these like star critters, so to speak.
Oh yeah, you're drawing one of them?
Yeah.
I like them.
And people have also been like, oh, do you sell the designs? And I was like, the ones I've drawn, like, no. But with this one, I'm like, yeah.
That'd be nice. I like that. Sentinel force deactivated is what we like to do. No, where is my ship?
So that's currently what I'm just starting on. Like, I don't tend to sell my adoptables for much, because for me, like, a lot of the time when I draw characters, they're one-offs. So I feel kind of cheeky then charging an awful lot for them.
That
But
seems fair. I guess if you got more into
yeah. Like, the thing is, like, with adoptable, a lot of people, like, do, like, the whole color, they create a template and then do the colors. I don't work like that. I can't just do colors. Maybe it's because I'm shit at colors, like, even with pins, like, creating multiple color variants. I'm like, no!
I mean, I think it's a chance it's just practice.
Yeah, I think so
Like,
too.
Maybe you just
no.
do more adoptables and like play around with some colorways and stuff. And that's what I would say anyway.
Yeah. But for me also character creation, like, I don't know, like, I like, yeah. Like,
Alright.
I've done some Kirin ones, which were fun, honestly, but I kept also changing details. I cannot just, like, recolor only the base. I would have to make some changes to the characters.
I mean, yeah,
Which is fair enough.
as well, yeah. Because I'll admit, sometimes just recoloring the thing feels a bit cheap. There's nothing wrong with it, but
No.
it feels a bit cheap.
And like, I've also been put off it because there's such a huge issue at the moment with people selling adoptables. Like, oh my god, I can't believe he just like selling like adoptables. I was like, okay, cool. It's because there are
As
like
opposed to
people
what?
who can get like 500 quid for like one adoptable. I'm like, dude, if people are willing to pay that for a character you've designed, more power to you.
Honestly.
I don't understand why people get so angry over it. It's like, it's like, nah. It's just that negativity that like put me off for a bit. I'm like, no.
Oh, I totally get that. I mean, woof. It's kind of janky. Wait. Can I put it here? Oh, wait. I'm a dum. Hopefully nobody watched this stream because they'll have seen me being a dumbass.
What did you do? You can
I
tell
can
me.
move all these technology upgrades into the technology tab. Well, you can go up there, friend. Cactus flesh. Pickle friend. Yeah.
Oh shit! I just looked at the time. You ought to be wrapping up the stream.
Oh yeah, wow. Well, I mean, I found the distress signal. And I like to end on a high note, so I'm going to dig myself into the ground.
Sounds about right.
Like a little burrowing worm.
So tomorrow.
Tomorrow we'll be doing The Sims 4.
Yeah, which family are you playing?
Kiwi Slice.
Ah yes.
Yeah. She is... I have been working on her house a little bit today. So it should be ready for stream.
Yeah.
There are a few gaps in it that I'm not like. Sorry. No, if Telegram pings, you do not look at it. You're in the middle of a sentence. Yeah, there are a few gaps in places where I haven't filled, you know, with like a shit ton of decorations.
Yeah.
But I did give her a staircase, which, you know, we're making progress.
Yeah.
Still can't believe that last week I was like, I don't understand why he's not going upstairs to his bedroom. He all he has to do is go upstairs to the you don't have any stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel kind of bad for him. You know, judging him like, duh, you're so stupid. No. Literally didn't give him any stairs though, did ya? But yeah. So that's fun. But yeah, tomorrow. And then next time we stream The Sims 4, whenever that is, it'll be the Sparkling Beverage family, or Spark, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to them. Given that last time I loaded in the family, she was trying to drown her toddler son in a swimming pool, paddling pool.
Yeah.
You know, as Sims families are wont to do. Did that? No?
Nope. No.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, what will you be doing tomorrow?
Okay. Drawing.
One hopes so.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Cool.
So, yeah, on that note,
On that note,
thank you for dropping by.
yes, thank you very much.
Thank you for checking the VoD if you got this far.
Yes, again, thank you very much. And yeah, next Tuesday I will probably have worked out something else to do that's not No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just be playing Sims 4. At some point, I do actually want to try streaming Subnautica, but I think I probably won't do that with an art stream.
No, that's just going to be a dedicated stream.
Yeah. Because it's funny when
Yeah.
I frighten myself and don't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes,
It
sorry.
is.
Thanks very much for coming.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.